What's up, guys? My name is Shane, and this is sWs, of course. My guest today, she is the first woman to appear on sWs, so to me, I think that's pretty fucking badass. She is the front woman for the rock and roll Indianapolis band Ramathorn. I'll make sure I tag them and give you guys links to the videos and stuff from their YouTube page at the end of this video. But my guest today, the Miss Jerrica Ramathorn. Jerrica,
hello.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Dude, thanks for making the drive, man. I know we were sitting up in the living room earlier and we were talking that you had about an hour and a half, hour 15?
Yeah, it's an hour 15. It wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Too bad,
Dude,
it was a great day.
Yeah, beautiful day, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful day to drive.
Window, smoke some fucking weed.
Did you take 69 or take 9 down?
Oh, dude, I just followed my Google.
Okay, where it takes you, right?
I've never been here since, like, you tell me where to go, bitch, I'm going.
Well, welcome to Marion. There ain't much here.
Yeah, it was kind of a trip rolling into it. I was like, this is Marion.
Yeah, this is Marion, yeah. Dude, we got a tradition here on the show, obviously, before we start jumping into this. Yeah. So, cheers to being the first woman on the show, dude.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.
No problem. All right, man. Okay, so obviously you're a front woman.
Yeah.
You front Ramathorn.
I do.
So, how long have you guys been doing this?
So, yeah, as a band, it's a year. I think it's just recently a year that we've been together.
Okay, so you just came up on the year mark then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I know we were talking earlier, you said you guys have only played 5 official shows, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I know you guys played the Melody Inn a lot. I used to play there a lot too when I was younger. What's the Melody Inn for you, man?
Oh, man, it's...
I mean, because obviously it's a historical place, but what's it for Jerrica?
It's home. It's family.
Yeah.
It's home and it's family. Absolutely. Great people. Yeah, man. It's a second home.
Right on.
You go up in there, that's home.
Right on. And I told you my dog Zoom was going to be on the show.
I know. I'm glad we're friends now, huh? You were kind of tough talking me earlier. But now we're good.
He's a big old baby.
He's a big old baby right now.
So yeah, man. So like Melody Inn's home. Now, have you guys just played shows at the Mel so far then?
Okay, yeah. So we played... So
you guys just played Muncie, I believe.
We did, yeah.
And you're actually, I think you're actually playing an old friend of mine, Steph. I think you guys are actually playing her riot room, in her basement.
Okay, yeah. I'm so excited about that fucking show, dude.
Okay, right on. Yeah, Steph's cool as fuck too, man.
I've been wanting to get in on it. I haven't seen it. I've had a lot of friends play there, but I haven't been there.
Okay, you see, I've seen the photos and stuff of the layup that her and her husband built, how they built it. Dude, legit, man. I mean, it looks like a legit venue, like beautiful stage.
Absolutely.
And see, and that's the thing too about being a musician. Man, there's nothing worse when you show up and they're like, here's the stage, and it's just a floor. And it's like, okay, well, I guess here we go. I don't know.
I love the floor, man.
See, I like the stages, man.
Well,
I like to be able to
I'm different. So I grew up with basement shows, though. You know, Bloomington was a mecca when I was growing up. Basement shows in fucking houses, and from playing on stage and then Muncie, Be Here Now was on the floor.
Okay, yeah.
I fucking loved it. I got so much room. I can just like pace around.
Now it was down in like their little lower level, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because we played there like years ago when it was something else. I can't remember what the fuck it was called.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had us on that lower level, and then we were on the floor and stuff.
Yeah. We were on lower level on that floor.
Okay.
Yeah. But I like to have room to move because like the Mel stage. I love it to goddamn death, but you got all the boys right there. I can only do so much. You know?
You're kind of basically stuck in your little cubicle area right there.
I do like the floor because I just want to just
be able to move around. Then
it was cool. It was cool difference.
So out of all the shows that you've played, then what's your favorite one thus far? Out of the 5 that you guys have done, like, is there one that you got there and you're just like, I'm hitting on all levels, everything's going great?
Muncie show, absolutely, but the first show was my favorite. You know, but the hitting on all like levels of awesomeness, Muncie show. For sure.
Now, you brought up your first show.
First show was fucked,
Now, first show, because everybody's got their first, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, first show. Yeah. Technical problems, sound problems, nerves.
Fucked up problems.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
We got fucked up or fucked up before you're like, I'm just going to get it fucked up, we're going to go play.
Again, Mel's home. Yeah. I've been around there. They're all my friends. Bartenders, Rob and Dave and fucking Lisa. It was my first show, and they're my homies, and they made all these killer shots before we got.
So first show was at the Mel then.
Yeah, first show was at the Mel. And we just got tanked. But everybody had a great time. We had a great time, but it was more just shits and giggles. We're fucked up. We're getting fucking through it. You know?
Now, what's your guys' typical Saturday night like, man? Like going into a show, like you wake up, you're like, all right, Saturday night. We're all we've been rehearsing this week. We maybe got a new song or something. You know what I mean? You're going into it, man. What's a Saturday night look like for you guys?
Saturday night for us, as as a band, we all have very different lives. So,
Yeah.
you know, we Saturday night in general is punk rock night. So we're usually always there. Other than Scotty, you know, Scotty's usually at home, whatever. But we practice on Fridays and shit. But I don't know, man. We typical Saturday night. We just get fucked up.
Yeah, just get fucked up, play rock and roll,
right,
man.
we just go to the show. We're at the Mall. We go to the show. We get fucked up. And if we're gonna play a show, you know, we always usually play first, so that kind of helps us.
Yeah, for sure. Get it done. And
But
then,
we played second and be here now.
Like,
we played second and be here now, and we were still good though. Yeah. But we had a great old time. We just kind of. But all of our music's about getting fucked up anyway.
And then I was going to ask, what's your... Because I've watched some videos that you guys have posted on your Facebook page and YouTube as well. And there's some that you'll put lyrics on sometimes. So I can check out the lyrics and stuff. And a lot of your shit's just about getting fucked up and partying, man.
Yeah,
like,
I think the one that you're probably referencing is Do You Want to Get High? That one,
yes,
I did that. Yeah, Scotty wrote that one.
Now, what's your personal favorite song? Like, what's the song that like gets you jacked up for a show? Like, I can't wait to play this one.
It's a dope ass song.
Yeah.
But Scotty wrote that one. Hate, Fight, Fuck is the other one.
Hate, Fight, Fuck.
But that's all me.
Now, do you guys do co-lyrics?
So in the beginning, Scotty's been around. You know, he's been around. He's played in tons of bands. Great fucking I'm newbie on the fucking block. Mm-hmm. So I've always. You know, wrote stuff, and I did a lot of poetry. You know, I love it, and I love literature as a whole. So writing to me is very personal. But Scotty, to get me in the band, I had to see Destruction. You know? And so he always sends me the guitar riffs, and then, you know, I hear it.
Yep.
So, but I needed some of that blueprint. But usually when he writes something, I edit it. So we co-write a lot.
Okay.
Or I put different lines in because I don't like one certain word. You know, that kind of stuff. But then we do have complete solo songs.
Okay. That you've written or he's written, so you guys just kind of flop back and forth.
We just vibe together so well on that. Yeah.
Yeah, and see, and that's like, again, being a former musician, like I did a lot of the writing in the handful of bands that I played with throughout the years. But in the previous one that I just left, we got a new drummer, and dude, he could do everything, but he was so good at just lyrics. So I remember him and I just starting a fire in my backyard in the pit, man, and we were sitting there drinking, and we just wrote this awesome fucking song. We couldn't wait to just put music behind it, you know what I mean? Because we were hearing shit in our head, and then, you know, he jumps up, grabs the acoustic, starts, you know, jamming on stuff, and we're like, okay, cool, man, I'm kind of digging this. Yeah. You get with the band, you put it together, man. Yeah. There's no greater feeling when you know, like, oh, this is going to be a smash-ass song, and I love it.
Absolutely, and I love the collab of it, because you feed off each other.
Absolutely, man.
And
Absolutely.
There's just some people that when you write stuff together, you got that vibe. So, yeah.
And I think it was perfect too with the fire and the beers and everything. Man, it was a good night. Like the night was winding down. It was just him and I and our women out there at the time, and they were doing their thing. We were doing ours. And man, the next day we had practice, and we just couldn't wait. Him and I couldn't wait to get in there to get over. Like, oh my god, we got this awesome song, man. Let's see what we can do with this. But yeah, man, we put it together and stuff like that. But now. Are your guys' practices, are they similar to your shows? Like, go in, get fucked up,
and... So we practice in Scotty's basement, and the way they do that, he's just amazing. The sound in that basement is phenomenal.
Now, you guys are playing in a different area now, right? Because I saw photos you guys rehearsing and looked more like a basement.
So when we started in Scotty's basement. We had a different drummer. So we had Jason, which Jacob and Jason I grew up with in Bloomington. Okay. Which was... great how it all unfolded for them to be there with me after all these fucking years, you know. But
find a good friend and stick with them, you know what I mean?
No, I mean, we used to party when we were kids, and we'd be in the music scene down there, and all these years later, just, you know, we always stayed friends on Facebook and shit, but me and Scotty formed the band, us, and we had little fill-in drummers that come play with us just so we could start.
Yeah, for sure.
But fucking Jason, Luna, hit me up. I commented something, they were in Bloomington, where I grew up and shit, in some new bar down there, and I was like, that place looks killer, and he's like, we should start a band, and I was like, well, really funny you said that, bro, because I did start one. Nice. and I need a bass player and a fucking drummer, and Jacob and Jason are like best friends. I was like, come on up. Come on up.
So those were the originals then?
Yeah, Jason lived in Bloomington. Jacob lives up here.
Okay.
Jason was the one. So yeah, we used to practice always at Scotty's. Then we moved to Craig's for a little bit because Craig's drum set was there and shit. So we practiced in Punk Rock Mansion, which is iconic as fuck. for Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Greg Brenner as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So it was very great to practice there. The sound, it's good. It's good. But it's not like Scotty Berg's fucking basement.
And that's
so when we practice at Scotty's, it's like full, it's good.
Yeah. And it's so weird too, because like, I mean, that's one thing that I always hated about playing shows and have to switch practice spots was it always changed your sound a little bit to me, I felt like. Because like you said, like, you know, you play in this one space, you get used to that sound. Then if you switch to a space, you're like, it just doesn't sound the same. It doesn't have that same vibe like it did.
Some people have better fucking equipment.
True.
Fucking goddamn lot. You know, it's just better setup. But when we practice, they're over here, and I'm in a separate. I'm not separate. I'm right there. But if I get too far, I'm a feedback. So I'm in this room pacing around.
Right.
So
yeah. And that's like another bad thing too, man. When you're sitting there trying to rehearse, and you get the fucking feedback, and you're like, well, where the hell do I stand? Do I say, well, I'll just stand over in this fucking corner, I guess, and this is my area.
It's weird to play shows because I'm so used to being in my little corner in the fucking room that when you get on the stage, I'm like, I'm next to you boys finally. You know, right. Exactly. Practice like that. Yeah. So then I got to get the whole mindset of like, okay, this is the stage. But all of them have played shows.
Now, do you do the when you guys rehearse? Do you do the classic like you look at them, they look at you type thing, or do you do the classic where it's like I want that feel of a show, my back's towards them because that's how we're gonna play?
Everybody's just fucking rocking out.
Just right on, see, because
like, oh, what's the next song? All right, let's get.
Okay, so it's just like chill vibes. Yeah, it's just like, man, we're just here to do it.
Everybody's here. We got, it's not so much.
What up, Tan? And it's about time you made it here.
I came a little late. I'm sorry.
It's all right, baby. It's all right.
Had to sleep in.
It happens.
Sleep in.
Get that ugly jersey off, Tanner.
2:30 sleep in. I get that though.
That jersey's trash, Tanner. But dude, I want to ask because I know you were talking about growing up in the scene and stuff like that. Man, I was part of the scene here from the time I think my little brother and I was 12, 13 years old. You know what I mean? So it's been some time. I'm almost 40 now. What are some of the favorite bands, man, that when you were in the scene that you went and saw, man? Like the bands that you love,
so relating to like being younger. So I grew up in Bloomington and we had Rhinos. They're all age
Rhinos, yeah.
Haven't
heard that name in a long time.
That's another home. Growing up, and old Rhinos, I love the new fucking. I was there when they announced they were gonna get the new Rhinos. Everyone was like, don't do it, because there's little shithole in the wall Rhinos. But no. So I grew up in that. In Bloomington, at that time was a mecca for local music, punk music.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It was great. Nickotones, Applecore, Well Fed, dude. There was just we had a scene down there when I was a kid, and it was great. And so that's where my shit starts. And what's in Indianapolis, so moving from Bloomington to Indianapolis, I'm so fortunate to find that home that I had there.
Yeah, for sure.
I could never stop, And we used to have punk rock night in Bloomington at Uncle Fester's.
Okay.
And that's where I was first exposed to it. Now, I probably shouldn't admit it. Sorry, Josh Johnson. He used to let me in when I was a kid.
Okay.
It was a bar.
For sure.
But it was punk rock night. And if you're part of that scene, they let you.
Absolutely.
Like
it's family.
Yeah, it's family. So we get in there and some amazing, but it came from Greg Brenner up here, down there.
Okay.
So it's a cool relation now. I'm where it's at now. But fabulous music scene when I was growing up. Fabulous fucking music scene.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
See, I was gonna ask, man, like, how do you feel about the scene now? Like,
fucking amazing. All your friends are in bands. They're in multiple bands. You go out and see them. You support them. You get fucked up.
Yeah.
It is a mecca.
Whether you play the show or not, like, hey, it's
dude.
I'm going because I'm gonna support my buddies.
And Indianapolis is great now because we had them now. Now we got Black Circle. Now we got State Street. Now we got Healer. We got multiple venues.
For sure. Yeah.
And it's
and that's just important, man.
Dude, like, you can't just have one. You gotta have multiples. Feeding that scene, it feeds more bands.
Because it sucks when you have all these great bands, but you have no fucking place to play, but like one.
Yeah.
Or maybe two. And you
gotta
rotate,
We're starting to have basement shows again.
See, dude, basement shows are some of my favorite shows, man.
Absolutely.
Like, when I play, it just gives me goosebumps thinking about some of the Anderson basement shows I played, man. Because I met some of my best friends there. Yeah. I met so many cool people there, Man, like, when I was growing up in the scene, I was just talking to Tanner earlier, a couple days ago at work about this. We were talking about music and stuff and all the days that I did shit with music. And I was telling him that when my little brother and I remember going to Raintree, what brought the conversation up was Tanner and I were actually driving on the north side of town. Yeah. And we had a place here called Raintree. and they used to do rock and roll and punk rock shows there, and they used to do wrestling shows there. It was a theater.
Oh, dope.
So on one side they
Yeah.
would have wrestling, the other side you'd have bands.
Yeah.
Friday night was wrestling, Saturday night was bands. So we would always go watch the wrestling on Friday nights.
That sounds cool.
And then
as
go
fuck.
do the music thing.
Uh-huh.
There was this one band, and I'd never been in a band. I'm only like 13 years old. And I remember going up and seeing this band called Dirge. And man, I fell in love with their sound. I was like, man, these guys are fucking awesome, man. I love these guys.
Yeah.
Well, long story short, they were the first guys to sit me down and teach me something at 13 years old that I never thought I was going to carry into my rest of my life with those fans.
Absolutely.
I got up there and we had spent our money on a pack of cigarettes, 2 40 ounces, and Taco Bell. So we had, and to get in the show. So we were broke.
Yeah,
we wanted the merch.
Oh, I
man.
know. Yeah, you got.
I wanted the
that
merch.
out.
I was like, man, how much is a button? How much is a shirt, man? Blah, blah, blah. And these guys literally were like, oh, shirts are 15. This is this. And we're like, man, I'll just take a pin. That's all I got. And I'm counting change, man, to buy a pin, you know, for my leather jacket.
Yeah.
And Scott and Shane Rudd, who I'm still friends with to this day, I love Shane. Both of those guys literally just took a Walmart sack, or no, Kmart sack, that's what it was. And they stuffed 2 shirts, a bunch of pins, some stickers, some backpacks in there. And they're like, here, man, we love the fans, thanks for coming out, blah, blah, blah. And then I was talking about just trying to start a punk band, and they're like, dude, if you start a band, just always remember your fans.
Oh, yeah.
And dude, I always did that. I gave out so much free merch to people. Kids would come out and be
yeah.
like, I only got $3, man, but I really want a CD. Man, it's on me. Just take it.
And it's something when kids come up to you too. Like,
For sure, dude.
Be Here
For
Now.
sure.
Be Here Now was a trip. Trip plays awesome, and it reminded me of Uncle Fester's, because Uncle Fester's used to be, everybody played downstairs on the stage, and the bar had that, you know, where you could look down on.
Yeah, yeah.
So Be Here Now had that fucking vibe, and it's an all-age club. And this fucking girl came up to me. She told me she was 6. She's fucking tall as fuck, dude. I was like, you're fucking 6? I have a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're way taller than my son. But she told me that she loved my fucking songs and all that shit. And I was just like, damn.
See, and that's cool,
so
man.
cool.
Right? Yeah.
Like, maybe my songs really aren't appropriate for a 6-year-old.
Sure.
But she recognized, it inspired her.
Absolutely.
You know, just for the image of what it is and a woman being there and all
Absolutely.
that shit. And I'm about fucking big, right?
Right, well, for sure, man. Because like
I
you
was
said,
like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like, here's this
and I
6-year-old kid.
had a kid do that. You know, I've got people,
Yeah.
hey, they're great set. Oh, yeah. Kid. You know,
Which
and
even those people, like,
takes you
it still
back.
means something, but as a kid,
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
And it
'cause
takes
it's
you
like,
back, because I remember being in awe for these bands that I saw. And I mean, in Rhinos, me and my friend Sandy, we used to make buttons.
Yeah.
We had a little button maker and sell
Yeah,
it to
dude.
get into
Yeah.
the shows.
Yeah.
And dude, one that sticks out in my mind is Mark Unseen, the Unseen played fucking Rhinos.
Yep.
And he came up and he was like, hey, can I get a button? And then he told me he didn't have any cash. And I was like, well, you can just have this fucking button.
Right,
And he's
yeah.
like, what are you guys doing? I was like, we're trying to get in the show. He's like, are you fucking serious? He's like, get in this goddamn fucking show right now.
Yeah.
But he was like, he didn't have money. And I was like, take it. And he was like, wait, what the fuck are you guys doing? You
But
know?
it's like, it's fucking Mark Unseen, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
now, do you remember a place on Indy? We played there a lot, man. I don't know how far back it goes for you, but
Yeah.
Bubba's Bowling.
Okay, so I've heard of this, and you got to think again. I moved up to Indy 21 after, so
Okay.
there's a lot of. I always hear about these places
Okay.
in Indy.
Gotcha.
You know, so I've heard of it. Don't really.
Yeah, it was just like a little mini bowling alley,
Yeah.
but like great setup, man. I remember seeing a lot of great bands that replayed there a lot, man. Really cool vibe and shit. Had a bar in the back,
Yeah.
but you could like watch the band. But if you were bored, didn't want to watch them, but you wanted to listen,
Yeah.
you could go bowl with your
yeah.
buddies. You're literally 2 steps away from
Bowling
bowling.
and music is
Yeah,
fucking
dude, it was, and then
primo.
plus you got a bar right there, so
Yeah.
you can go get beers with your
Get
buddies.
trash, fucking bowl,
Yeah, fuck
music,
yeah, and then you
fucking-
then like you're like, well, hell, we're up third, so let's
More
get a couple
people should
games in
fucking
real
do
quick.
that.
Like, now I remember the reason I brought it up because you brought up Mark Unseen. I remember that was the weekend where they were supposed to play Bubba's, and something happened,
Okay.
and I think like maybe the bill didn't get paid or something for the electricity, so they had no electricity or something like that at Bubba's. So there was a Italian restaurant right there was like Bubba's Bowling, an alleyway, and then an Italian restaurant.
Okay.
All the kids were like
Oh, right.
rioting and shit, and the Unseen played in the alley. The band's set up in the fucking alley, and they ran electricity from the Italian restaurant because the manager was
You know
cool
what?
as fuck
I think I
with
know
that place.
exactly what you're talking about. So it's on East Side.
Yeah,
they do.
yeah.
And the Italian restaurant is bang. It's still there.
Is it
That
still there?
bowling
Really?
alley is still.
Yeah,
I know
okay,
what
and
you're
that's right
talking
where it's
about.
at. Yeah, right there. That alley that separates those two buildings.
It's one whole like apparatus, right?
Yeah. Dude, there was
Their
probably like
food is
200.
banger, dude.
There's probably like 200 kids there. You know, these kids were like,
That's
we
an
bought
old-ass
tickets to see
establishment.
this. We want to see this. These kids were starting to riot, man. They were getting
I
pissed.
can't believe the unseen
And then somebody
fucking
just
play
went
there.
over to the Italian restaurant, talked to the manager who was cool with everybody.
It's
Was like,
family owned.
hey
I
man,
mean,
can we plug some shit into your outlet? And he was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
And they literally had lights, they had sound. I mean, dude, and they played in a fucking alley.
I'm pretty sure who owns the Italian bought the whole thing out.
About the whole little strip
But
right
it's
there.
still
then?
the bowling alley, but yeah, dude, that is fucking dope.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
such a dope venue to hear the unseen
There was like 4
fucking play
bands
there.
like played that night, and
Holy
they were just like,
shit.
we're gonna play right fucking here in
Like,
this
you gotta look
alley,
this place
dude.
up,
Like,
for real.
like, hey, we're gonna do our lights, we're
Yeah.
doing everything, dude.
Yeah.
It was sick, and you had like about 200 kids
Yeah.
piled in this alleyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you're just like this,
Yeah.
man, and you're just watching these bands kill it in the
Yeah.
fucking alley,
What
and
a
everybody was
spot,
like
dude.
just giving the Italian restaurant owner like just giving him so much prop. They're like, thank you, man, like so much fucking.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you so much,
Oh,
blah,
yeah.
blah, blah.
That establishment is very good. Those people that own that Italian restaurant are fucking banger ass fucking people.
See, and that's cool, man.
And they
That
keep the authentic, like it has not changed.
Yeah,
Over
yeah.
all those years, that bowling alley is still probably fucking. I've never been in the bowling alley side, but dude, that's
had the big parking
It's
lot
right by
across
my
the
house,
street and shit.
actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
right,
I
you
live
know
right
exactly
over
where it
there.
is then.
Yeah, I live like maybe like 5 minutes away from there. Yeah.
I know you brought up a little girl earlier.
Yeah.
Dude, being a woman in the music scene, and not just, you know, being a woman in a band, you're the front woman. So
Right.
you're right on the front line.
Yeah.
What message, man, do you have for girls out there who
Man,
maybe
so
were
like-
where you were at your
Right.
teenage years? What message you got for them, man?
I'll spin it this way. So like, for me getting in the band, the more the hurdle was, I've been around bands my whole fucking life. Why all of a sudden am I going to do it now? You know what I mean? Why wasn't I doing it earlier? It was the fact that I was scared about it, did have that anxiety about being on the stage, but I've been immersed in music for fucking years. But it was more I couldn't fucking do it. You know, like, oh, I can't sing, all this shit. Now, I sound completely different than what I did a year ago.
Yeah.
Because the voice,
For sure,
from
yeah.
screaming and shit, it has very much changed my voice.
Absolutely.
When we first, I listened to some of those first ones, and I'm like, ooh, God. Because my voice was different.
Absolutely.
It shaped around it. But, I mean, the main thing I would say for girls or who the fuck ever, I always knew I was supposed to be doing it. But I resisted it because of stage fright or being, you don't want people to see you. Like, you're very vulnerable.
Absolutely, man.
And for everybody's different, everybody's personal, their own struggles. Vulnerability on that level is not my jam.
Yep.
But it's so liberating because you know it's what you were meant to kind of fucking do. So, woman, anybody, you gotta follow what you want to fucking do. And I guess for women is, look, every woman, if you really want to do it, because you're going to be banger. People love women in bands.
Absolutely.
Like, straight up. Like, it's like,
I mean, it's
like
so,
if you're a woman in a band, like, fuck yeah.
you're automatically a badass. You
You're
know what I mean?
already-
That's what it is, dude. I mean, because it's not, I'm not going to say it's like a man's world, because it's not.
It's not. No,
But it's
yeah.
like you said, though, man, you know, when you're a chick in a band,
You're
automatically a badass,
You're
dude,
automatically
because...
more noticed because it's a rarity. But transcending to anybody, if you got the itch, do it.
Do it, absolutely.
Do it.
I remember Hank Williams. He's my favorite artist of all time.
Oh,
I remember.
His son, was that Emerson Hank Williams III or something?
Oh, Hank 3.
Yeah, he's great.
Bo Cephas' son. Yeah, dude, Hank 3, man, he's all types of shit, man. Like,
and
I mean, the
his
dude
banjo
does it.
player was
Dude,
fucking insane.
his fucking upright bass player, dude,
Yeah.
whoever surfs it and
well,
shit.
this was
like,
just him and the banjo. This
okay,
time.
so it was just
It was just him and
two-piece.
banjo.
Okay.
And that banjo dude fucking soloed something I had never goddamn heard in my fucking life from a banjo.
Yeah, dude.
It was great, though.
And like banjo, like hillbilly music like that, I love it, man. Because I'm hillbilly. I grew up,
Yeah, I
you
love
know, and you know, I grew up in the country.
Me
I had
too.
to help, you know, do the crops, and you know, if you didn't work in the garden and stuff like that, you weren't having food put on the table, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Well, in essence, that's what makes us human.
Absolutely,
And that,
absolutely.
And that real
but that
resonating
shit taught
music.
me,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, how to teach my son about things and build things and start fires and you know things that my dad did with me. I know with the Hank Williams thing, I was saying. Going off what you said, the piggyback off what you said about being on stage and having stage fright and anxiety and stuff like that. when I officially retired, they asked me, they said, well, man, why are you finally giving it up after all these years? And, man, I just thought of Hank Williams, something he said, because it resonated with me so much, and it still does to this day. He said, you know, when I step on that stage, whether I'm happy, sad, angry, pissed off, depressed, whatever, those people get a piece of me. When I step off that stage, I can't get that back. They take that home.
They take that home.
And I think for me, it got to a point where I just had nothing left, man.
Right,
I had nothing in the tank. I wasn't happy no more doing it. And I've always felt like, if you're not happy doing what you love,
anything in life,
then just get the fuck out of it and just find something else,
you're
man.
really
you
just
know?
like, man, it's a bummer. You got to exhale.
Yeah.
Which again, with bands and stuff, and people in bands that take breaks, sometimes it's just too much.
Yeah.
You know, I told
breaks can kill you too. Breaks can break a band. Like if you take too much time.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, dude.
Absolutely. But there's been bands where there's just some members where it's the ultimate exposure. You know, you're raw up there. And it, you know, it's just the feeling that you're feeling, and the people that are watching, you know, from watching bands, how you feel when you're watching a band. When you're in that mindset, when you're on stage, you are very rip everything goddamn the fuck off. You're up there.
Yeah,
Everybody's
you're there,
looking
man.
right at
Absolutely,
you.
absolutely.
And sometimes it can be too much. And like with, you know, huge bands and stuff, I can understand where you're too exposed. Like everything you do is fucking. You gotta take a step the fuck back because it's not enjoyable anymore. It's not what you. And some people do like that. Do like that aspect of it, of being out there.
And I couldn't do I could do the music thing, but I didn't like my personal life being brought into it. See, like I was telling you earlier on my back porch, you know, the last band I played in, Outside Shot, we had our own YouTube series called Inside Shot with Outside Shot. And all it was just us being us, showing, breaking the fourth wall down. This is what a band does at practice or rehearsal or whatever.
Well, it's just be authentic.
Our producer, he got to a point where my wife Amy and I were getting so pissed because he would come up. Our producer was great. Don't get me wrong. We parted ways on rough terms, but he was great for what he did for us.
Absolutely.
But he just got to a point where our personal lives were being like, for example, like I remember one day I'm waking up and this dude's staying in my house for 2 weeks to record this record, and I'm waking up and as I'm walking out of my bedroom, here's a fucking camera in my face because he's thinking like, oh, I want to put something together for the show next week, and I'm like, dude, stop, man. I'm hungover. I don't get the fuck here out of my face.
I'm in my fucking house right now, man.
Then another time, I'm correcting my son because he had done something, and I'm correcting my teenage son. And I look over and here's John recording me, and I'm like, dude, stop, bro. And I got to a point where my wife was like, oh my god, I can't even just cook. You know, she'd be in there making supper for everybody, and he's in here like, well, this is what Emmy Jane makes for the band. Blah blah.
You can do little shots like she's making dinner,
right?
But
And
you
then call it a
can't.
day.
But
come
you
on,
can't
man.
Like recording.
When he started doing that shit, we were like, bro, seriously, man, you're stepping some lines, bro. You're bringing my son into this. You're bringing my inside of my home into this. Like,
it's too much exposure.
Dude, I didn't like that shit, man. I just want to do the music thing. You know what I mean?
With the internet and the way that we are so fucking exposed now, people self-promote, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
It's something that I do a lot of. You know?
Me too. Yeah.
I'll do TikToks and I'll do everything, but just it's not that you're selling you're showing who you are, and it's just like you're putting yourself out there because that's the way you promote your band.
Absolutely.
The only reason why my fucking Ramathorn page has like 25,000 people is because I added everybody on my goddamn Facebook.
Because you have to, though. You have to.
I'm almost at 5,000 only because I don't know who's motherfucker.
Yeah.
But I want you at my band page.
Exactly. Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely,
and
man.
it's the exposure, but sometimes it can get too much. You know?
for
I'm
sure.
just like, yo, back the fuck off. Like, it's all about the music, and I'll put myself out there, but I can't be absorbed in that fucking.
Now, how's that go with your kid, man? Because I know you got almost a teenage kid. What, 9 years old?
No, he's not yet.
Okay,
No.
so 9 going on 10.
Yeah.
When he hits his teenage years, gonna come watch mom.
Well, I mean, he's been to band practice.
Yeah,
He's upstairs fucking playing Fortnite and
right
shit. But
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
My son is just a.
Does he know what you do? Like, does he get it at 9 where it's like mom goes out
him
on
and
Saturday
I
night
get each other.
and rock and rolls, you know, with the guys?
Him and I get each other.
Yeah.
Him and I get each other.
Yeah.
My son and I were just. So he's a Gemini. I'm a Gemini.
Okay.
You know, he's the 15th. I'm the 4th. But he's such a great essence of myself and my ex-husband that is phenomenal fucking person. You know, two very logical fucking individuals that can break shit down. You know,
and kids are smart as fuck nowadays too, man.
It's all about genetics though still.
Yeah.
Like I have traits from my mom and dad. Can't
For
deny
sure.
it.
For
Can't
sure.
deny it.
Absolutely.
I gotta understand it to be able to overcome it.
Good ones and bad ones. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
It's we are genetics.
Yep.
And those traits from your parents do bleed from you is how you handle it
For sure.
after the fact. But my son, he's just very well-rounded. So, yeah, man, like he knows that I play in a band and all that stuff. And he's not so much into music. He's into what.
For sure.
You know,
yeah.
He's fucking 9.
He's 9 years old, man.
I was into
exactly.
fucking little neon or those little nano pets or what.
Right, yeah, the little keychain and
little,
shit. Yeah, for sure. You gotta feed it in the middle of class where it dies or something. You know what I mean?
I bought my son one of those for fucking Christmas because I
okay.
saw it. I
didn't
saw
know they were
it.
fucking still around,
dude. So you know, you're Christmas shopping for your kid last minute. You gotta gather up those kids and put them under the fucking tree. They had one of those, and I just had to buy them.
Fuck yeah, man. Well,
I had to buy it, dude. I was like, I got
this on it, man. You can look back and be like, man, I remember doing that shit.
We fucking killed it because we're not feeding it and we're smashing it. Beep, beep.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck is that beep beep at? I'm hunting it down.
And they were like the little egg-shaped looking things with the little screen and shit. Yeah, dude, I fucking remember everybody in school had those in middle school.
We traded
and you would hear the shit, beep, 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 like you said, and you're like, whose is it? Shit, mine's
when I'm
mine, and
sleeping and that beep beep's going off, I'm like, bro, kill him. Bro didn't
it's
Bro
dead.
didn't like it. Bro was like, but he knew it was sentimental to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
for sure.
Oh, it's real cool, Mom. And I'm like, I'm telling you, we had these when we were kids.
Yeah.
And then
it's like, Mom, you're old. I don't want to play with this.
Can you take care of it?
Right.
And I was like, and I was like, I fucking hate these things.
Right, exactly. You're like, why the fuck did I have these ever
in
school?
And then it's beeping when you're fucking sleeping. You're like, where's it at? And you're hunting it down, and then you're just like, I'm gonna fucking rip you apart.
For sure. Right. And so when you find it, you're like, I hope the damn thing just died. I'm like, I'm done with this. Dude,
I'm killing it. Yeah.
I gotta ask, man, for everybody who'll be watching, classic question.
Yeah.
Ramathorn, where'd the name come from?
All right. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think I know, but I'm not gonna say anything.
Well, it's you know.
So I know, but I don't know.
It goes more than that.
Okay.
You want to get okay.
So go ahead.
All right. So when I moved from Bloomington, Bloomington's party town. I grew up there.
Sure.
You're a townie. You're immersed in the party, and it's a party there. So I needed to go, and I was 21. I've been to all the bars before I was 21. I run rampant in that town. I gotta get out. I gotta go somewhere I don't fucking know no more. So, all my social media was J Ramathorn after that because you couldn't find me. My actual last name is Richard. Married name is Carpenter. But maiden name is Richard.
Need one?
Yes. Oh, what? No, thank you. I'll take it.
You're like, I'll take it. Ice cold.
So Ramathorn, it started from there, and then when I met with Scotty and some of these, dudes I was playing with, they were saying, we already know the band name has got to be Ramathorn. And I was like, okay. I just never changed it from social media. It was Ramathorn, so somebody couldn't search me. I just wanted to exit out.
For sure.
And I hermited for fucking years up in Indy. Just for I needed that self-growth of it. But Ramathorn, it is from Super Troopers, Car Ramrod, and it's not my last name. And I got so many fucking stories about that. Like, I've been in Indy for so long.
Do you get that a lot? Do people think that's actually your last name? Yeah.
So, Black Circle, I've been going there for a hot fucking minute, alright? You take my car, it says Carpenter. That is my married name, Carpenter, okay? And after I started the band, Dustin, love you, Bob. We love each other. He was like, how pretentious you would name your band after your last name. And I was like, hey, fucker. You taking my car for fucking years. It says Carpenter, dude. You should know it ain't my fucking name.
Right.
But it's always been that way on social media. I never had my actual last name.
For sure.
Even before I was married, it was Ramathorn.
Yep.
So.
See, as I was like with me, man, when I was doing the music thing, like I had, my mom nicknamed me Sly.
Okay.
I was a little Sly Fox.
I see it.
Because I'm sneaky. You know what I mean?
I see it.
So the name Sly just kind of stayed with me. Didn't really use it. Then when I did the band thing, because my middle name's Eugene, so I just created a stage name because I didn't want I was doing a bunch of fucked up shit in a band, and I don't want. If the cops come in and they're
at
like,
the end of the day,
you can search Sly Eugene, you ain't finding me.
Right.
But if you search Shane Timmons, you're gonna come right to my fucking house, to my front door. You know what I mean? But dude,
you
I
gotta
had
search
so
that
many,
shit up. You don't know where he's.
Dude, I had so many people that was coming up. They were like, "Dude, your name is badass, Sly Eugene. Is that your real name?" And I'm like, "It is." And they're like, "No fucking way." And I'm like, "No, man. My name's Sylvester Eugene. I just go by Sly for short." And I had so many people, man, for like a decade convinced that my name was Sylvester Eugene. But it got me out of so much trouble because, like I said, man, if the party gets busted, and there's drugs and alcohol going on.
And people throw
Search
out
Slaw
names.
Eugene.
Yeah.
You ain't finding me.
You
I'm
ain't
already
finding
back.
me,
I'm halfway
finding
home.
you.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
right, dude.
I ain't going to no fucking cell tonight.
That's
like,
right,
so
dude. That's
yeah,
right.
dude says I was wondering if people thought Ramathorn
They
was.
really do, and I'll be honest. I really don't ever share that. That's my actual last name. Like I usually that's my last name.
Oh yeah, see, right, exactly.
That's my fucking last name. You're not gonna find out. Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna do this really quick, man. Fun little game here I like to do sometimes with wrestlers and musicians. I'm gonna name some stuff and just put them in the order that you think they would go in, man. So randomly, I was sitting down here drinking the other night, and I was like, okay, first 5 bands that pop in my head are artists. I'm gonna write them down, and I did. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Ramones. So 1 through 5, where would you put Ramones?
4.
4, okay. Motorhead.
5.
5, okay. Hank Williams Sr.
5.
5 with Motorhead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I like. It's different.
Okay.
It's like,
CCR.
Well, if it was like 1 through 10, I put Motorhead about like 10, and Hank Williams about an 8. You know, but it was fucking
CCR.
CCR. 2-4.
Okay. Waylon Jennings.
Waylon Jennings. 2-4 too.
4. Okay. Okay. Right on. So let's do this then. Okay. Let's play off of that. Name your Mount Rushmore of bands.
Okay.
Not artists. We'll get into
Bands.
that later, but bands.
Yeah, no, I'm
top
more,
4.
I'm more a band girly with. No, I do like artists though.
Okay.
It's more like
okay.
focal, like
Okay.
Graves artists.
Okay.
Like Megan
Okay.
Devil artists. Yeah, I do.
So let's do your Mount Rushmore of bands.
Clutch.
Okay.
Clutch, Nashville Pussies.
Okay.
So I'm weird. So like all phases of my life, I've had favorite.
Dwayne
bands.
Peters' ex-wife was Nashville Pussy, bass
Yeah.
player. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I
Corey.
love it.
Yeah.
No, it's just different. Like you always have your favorites throughout your life, and
Mm-hmm.
right now I'm in a period of like I really am jiving shit that just makes me want to go full fucking throttle.
Okay.
But Shaky Graves and Amigo the Devil, fucking love those motherfuckers. Dude.
Okay.
And they're like more one-man bands. And
Okay.
I love that shit.
Yeah,
I
for
love
sure.
a one-man band. I love the suitcase.
Kind of, the suitcase with the drum kick.
Yeah,
For sure.
So I go through phases. I was thinking you were going to ask me, like, what's your favorite band? So I was like, dude, just don't ask me that because I've had... It's
Of course. See, and that's
it's
why
always
when
one
I
of
do
those
that
questions.
with like, for sure. And that's why I always try to make it fun and do it different. It's like, what's your Mount Rushmore? You know what I mean? Or like, you know what I mean? Because it's like,
I've had monuments in my life of different ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right now, I want just the full rock and roll of it.
Okay, for sure.
But I love all types of music.
For sure,
you know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, when you're an artist too, man, and you're a musician.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like me. I can go from Tupac to Waylon Jennings to back to NWA or something. You know what I mean? Or back to Rancid. You know what I mean?
Music is life in every part. You know, most of the time I've always got headphones. Like if I'm just fucking around, dipping around my fucking house, just believe I got fucking earphones. Like I'm listening to music, and it's whatever, dude. Like I love so much. Now there are some I cannot touch because it makes me fucking irate.
For sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? But there are some, but it's really not a lot in the scheme of things. I'm more open minded than those ones that like really make me want to like murder people.
Right. Okay.
You know, there's certain genres of music that everybody has. It's just like I'm gonna fucking murder somebody if I hear.
Right, for sure. Oh, absolutely, dude. Yeah, I have some. There's like Lars Frederiksen songs that I hear. Lars Frederiksen and the Bastard songs that I'll hear, and I'm just like,
I love Lars.
I just fucking kill somebody. You know what I mean? Like, and dude, like to me, speaking of Lars, man, Tim Armstrong.
Yeah.
Can the guy get any more of a god than what he is, in my opinion? I mean, everything the guy touches turns to fucking gold.
And you know how much he's touched?
Everything.
Everything.
He's in everything.
People do not understand how much that man has touched.
I mean, this dude's over here hanging out with Snoop Dogg and people like that, and then he's hanging out with Travis Barker, then he's hanging out with Davey Havok.
Most of Green Day's even fucking album. Tim Armstrong had a little whoop on that, dude.
Yes, he did.
Fucking so many.
And then the whole Tim Time Bomb stuff when he was just doing the acoustic cover songs. Love that shit. Yeah. I thought that, dude, because he was doing random songs that I never thought he would do.
No, man, he's a phenomenal producer. He's a phenomenal musician. But he transcended to have his little bit in everything. Music. Yeah.
He's his own brand.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Tim Armstrong.
He is Tim Armstrong. I mean, that's exactly what he is. Like he will always be Tim Armstrong, man. I mean, I don't think you can get more godlike in the punk rock world than fucking Tim,
I'll tell you, I fucking love Lars, and I
Lars,
love Lars
absolutely,
Frederiksen in the bastards, dude.
Yes.
I just listened to one of their albums the other day, The Viking. Is it The Viking?
The Viking, dude. The Viking
There's
was the
one
second
song.
one, man.
Oh my god.
The Max or
The
the
first one is
mainlining.
self-titled, right?
Yeah, self-titled.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the track Mainlining Murder?
Mainline Murder. Well, no,
Oh my god,
mine
dude! I
is,
hear that and I'm just
the
like,
one
oh
that,
my god.
I'm Married to the Sea.
Oh, the Viking. Okay,
That's the
yeah.
Viking. Yeah.
The last
Yeah.
one, man, just super acoustics, chill
God
vibe
damn it,
and
it's just,
shit.
and I know that
I'm married to the sea. Exactly.
And
then he even had
because he
Tim.
is a fucking trampy tramp, dude.
And then he even had Tim on one of the songs
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Bad as fuck. He had Rob Aston, Skinhead Rob on
Skinhead
one.
Rob, yeah.
Bad as fuck, dude.
Dude, it was a
like,
badass album, but I know the guy's a fucking dick. Like, he's a fucking dick.
Mm-hmm.
Meeting him at Warped Tour and just
See, he was nice as fuck to me. Now he hated my buddy, but this was right after. But it was right
He
after.
hated my fucking buddy, but he was nice to me.
He was nice to me.
Yeah.
But he hated my buddy Derek, man, because this was right after the Brody Daly and Tim Armstrong split.
Brody Armstrong?
And so all of a sudden, yeah, Brody Armstrong.
Dale?
So,
Is it Dale or...
Daly now?
Is it Dolly?
Dolly now,
I always call
yeah.
her Dale.
Yeah, it's
I
like
don't know how to
Daly,
pronounce
Dolly
it.
now.
I mean, I know it's Brody,
But dude,
Dale,
this
Dolly.
motherfucker, like my buddy shows up to work with
That's
a
a fucked
fucking
up story,
in a
brother.
fucking Distillers t-shirt.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
And he's meeting Mars Fredrickson.
You can't.
And he's meeting fucking Rob, who's over
Yeah, you
here.
can't.
And all of a sudden, Mars is like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man? Can I get pictures?" Of course.
Yeah.
Hey, you want me to sign your book? Of course,
Yeah.
man. You little Warped Tour books. All of a sudden, my buddy Derek walks up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, what's up?"
Fuck
And he was
you.
like, "Let me see your book." Signed it. Slid
He's
it to
that
Rob.
type of dude.
Rob signed it. And he was just like, "Go now."
He's
like,
that type of
he
dude,
saw
man.
that shirt because, dude, that shit was fresh,
Hey,
man. I mean, it was
let me
within
tell
a
you,
year.
you know how they met each other? How Brody met Tim. Even the whole
Yeah,
travesty in it.
yeah.
She was underage, but she was
Yup.
playing in, what the fuck was her band called?
Because
She
Tim
had a
put her on
band.
the map.
She,
I mean,
no, well, she had this band before, obviously before Distillers. What the fuck was it called?
because she's from Australia.
Dude, yeah, 18-year-old Jerrica would have known who this fucking band was. Anyway, she had the band. She was underage. She married Tim and lied about it.
Yeah.
Lied about all
So
this
she was
shit.
18,
Then he didn't
was
find,
it?
Then he didn't find out she was cheating on her till Rolling Stone magazine, where she
I
was
know.
making out with Josh Holmes, dude.
And I'm like, out of all
Dude,
the
that
guys,
was the most punk rock travesty ever.
I was like, dude, out of all the guys you cheat on fucking Tim Armstrong with, you choose Josh Holmes.
You know what though? I like Josh
I
Holmes.
was like, this guy?
You know what though? I love Queen of Stone Age, man. And
Man,
you know what? His
I just
lyrics
never
are
could get
fucking-
into him.
I just never.
Not really.
Dude, okay.
Even
okay,
when like
okay.
Dave was drumming for him, I
No,
was like, I just
listen
can't
to
really
the
get into it.
album that's got the red cover. It's got some like the devil image on it. That one is fucking banger. Sing it. Fuck. I want to like look it up, but I won't.
Right on.
There is an album that you got to listen to because I
Okay.
never really got into him. That fucking album, dude, is just like.
Yeah, because like, dude, like you brought up
She
like the
ripped off
Rolling,
his sound though.
because you brought up like the Rolling Stone magazine cover. Because I remember it was like a double pull-out cover.
Oh, yeah.
And had them
Yeah.
all lined up and,
And they
shit.
were like-
and I remember me and my buddy were like, the fuck is this?
Dude,
Her
it was a
tongue's in his
moment in
mouth.
punk
Like,
rock.
dude, it
was
broke
a
my
moment-
heart, man.
It was a moment in
Well,
punk
because
rock.
it's like,
Everyone was
I listened to the Casualties Punk Rock Love, and I'm thinking, well, that has to be, it's obviously not, but it has to be written about
Dude,
Brody and Tim.
He's got her name tattooed on her, and she got it over her
And
ass.
do you know what was
what I
fucked
mean?
up too? Like she had the heart with the Punks, and then she had the heart with Rancid. She left the Punks, but she covered up Rancid. She put a big ass
Didn't
fucking
she-
rose over
Didn't
it.
she have Tim on her ass in the road? Or she had a heart?
He had her name on his arm with a big ass
I'm
heart.
telling you, dude, look it up. She had Tim.
But it was crazy that she covered the Rancid tattoo. I'm like, what the fuck did Rancid do to you?
Yeah, what the fuck, Ray? Other than make you fucking big as fuck.
Famous, basically. I mean,
Yeah,
what the fuck
yeah.
did the
That
band
was
do
weird.
to you,
But you
dude?
know what's
Like-
weird about her transition? So she had Distillers, it was bombing. She had that sound before Tim. She did. It wasn't she ripped it from
Great
Tim.
voice too.
She
Great
didn't
voice.
rip it from Tim, that sound. Distillers happened. Then she gets with Josh Holmes, and then there's Spinneret.
Yeah, Spinner
And
Red,
you
man.
know what? Look, there's a
And
couple
now she's
I
doing
like,
solo
but
shit.
also, barf, bitch.
Yeah,
What the fuck? You
yeah.
ripped off Queen of the Stone Age, and you ain't Queen of the Stone Age, honey. You're
Now, like you
made
did say,
for the
Spinner Red
rap.
had a couple
They
decent
did.
songs.
Yeah, I know.
Now her solo shit is just Brody Daly, the
Yeah,
shit she's doing
yeah.
just by herself.
She did Distillers for a little smidge.
A little bit,
smidge.
little bit.
But then it was
And
like-
then they brought in what's his name, Tony, their guitar tech. I remember they added Tony in there, and I'm like,
well, Tony was like
so now
the
there's
bassist,
4
right?
of them now.
Tony was the bassist, right?
No, I think Tony was her guitar tech
Okay. Tony's
because
the
Andy
one-
was the drummer.
Yeah, and then Tony she used to date.
Which So maybe Tony was the bass player.
Yeah, he's the bass player.
Okay.
But they did Distillers. If she's doing something solo, he probably came in and helped her on.
Yeah, because when they did they did the third record, because they had the self-titled, and then they did Sing Sing Death House.
Fuck yes.
Best record they put out.
Absolutely. But you know what? The self-titled was fucking gnarly too.
A whole different band though.
Coral
fucking
Fang.
awesome. Coral Fang, that was the third one. Yeah,
but
yeah,
they
yeah.
had some bangers on.
They did.
But she was transcendent.
It was like Beat Your Heart Out. I love that fucking song.
Yeah, Beat Your Heart. Yeah, was it?
I think it was like Beat Your
Some
Heart Out.
or something.
Beat Your Heart Out or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had a couple on that album. There's one that is very powerful that didn't get it's not like radio, like bigger one she made a music video for. Now, okay, so we can tip there. Spinneret. Put it in the
couple good songs, but
put it in the garbage can.
Yeah.
Bitch, you ripped off Queen of the Stone Age. But hey, I love you.
Yeah, for sure.
You were going through something in your fucking life. I ain't judging. I love Brody fucking deal.
Dude, absolutely. I mean that was the thing, man. I remember
whatever somebody has to feel like they gotta do, man, I fucking support that.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? I mean, shit happens, man. Like we don't know them personally, you know what I mean?
AFI, I got a travesty with them. I got a travesty. But you know what? I support that they feel like they need to do something.
For sure, man.
Fuck,
for sure.
New AFI,
But see,
I'm gonna murder somebody.
And it was crazy too, because for me, man, I got more into AFI. I love the early stuff. I did. I loved it, man. I banged the fuck out of those albums.
Dude, shut your mouth and open your eyes.
But man, when they started doing the darker shit, I got so into that
Jones?
because I was like, dude, God, Davey Havoc's like fucking Jesus, man. I can get all of this shit that he's singing about, But I think I transitioned in life at that point.
Yeah.
And every now and again, Brant's a transition for me. You know what I mean?
My tress.
Okay, see,
I can transcend with it.
For sure.
But
for sure.
AFI, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Dude, I remember one where Davey looked like God walking across the fans.
He is God, dude.
And they're just holding this dude up, and this dude just walking across.
Do you remember when Davey had the devil law?
Yeah, for sure.
And it was curly, it was fucking righteous. I mean, the man is fucking just balls to the walls.
Dude,
amazing.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
It's fucking Davey Havoc, dude.
And again, the new AFI, it's not that I don't like it, it's fucking good. Well, I don't like it. It's fucking good, though.
Yeah, see, and
it's
that's how
good, though.
And that's how Blink was for me, too, though, man. I loved the old Blink, but as they got older and they started, being more serious about shit, I got into it, man, because I'm like, dude, I grew up with those bands, so it's like, you grow up, too, and it's like...
I listen to music to get going.
For sure, for sure.
So I fall, and I shouldn't be so much, and I've had times, well, obviously, if I'm more chilling out, smoking weed, laying around, and again, I got Modest Mouse tattooed on me. I love those.
But it means something to you.
It means something.
Absolutely.
And it's chill ass fuck.
Absolutely.
Music. But usually, for the most part, I just want banger ass music that's like...
For sure, man. Yeah, you want to throw something on.
Day.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck yeah, man. Because, dude, every day before I go to work, man, I throw on Yellow Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Because, that dude just jacks me the fuck up.
Dude,
and I'm like, I can conquer the world, man.
I love that you were playing that upstairs earlier.
Yeah, dude, he plays...
I haven't heard him in a minute now. I jonesed on him for a fucking second.
The motherfucker is a hillbilly rap star who can do every fucking thing, dude. I mean, the dude's got his hand in country music. He's killing that shit.
It's authentic as shit.
Dude, fuck yeah. And everything that he does, he's real, though. That's the thing. He's not no dumbass artist who's trying to put on a facade for people. He's I live my life by these lyrics.
You so much kind of have... look, I think about the fans. Not that I don't. I think about the fans, but when I'm writing, hell no, I ain't thinking about you.
You're thinking about yourself.
I'm thinking about my fucking
Absolutely.
self.
And if you can relate to what I'm writing, then awesome.
Then we're part of that fucking tribe.
There
but
you go.
I can't write for people. Now, I can be more party-driven.
For sure.
Than writing something really, sentimental.
For sure. Okay,
because I want to bring party. That's what I want to do. But there are some songs that we have that are that's more banger fucking emotional.
For sure, yeah.
But you can't have it all the time because I don't want that. I want, for the most part, it's...
Dude, there was a song that I wrote with the last band I was in, Outside Shot. It was called Till the End. And I was super drunk one night, and man, when I write, sometimes I just write. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I wrote this song called Till the End, and it was about my wife. And it was a slower song. It was more like an 80s hair metal jam. You know what I mean?
Yeah!
But
let me hear it.
I noticed, the guys really never wanted to play it live, but the few times that we played it live, the crowd loved it. Because, here we are doing straight Mississippi blues rock and roll shit. And then we're like, hey, we're going to slow it down for 6 minutes. Because we have this fucking ballad. I think in music, I always wanted to do something. I just wanted to write a ballad, and I wrote one.
I love the awe of when somebody's watching you, and then you play that next song, and they're like, they tilt their head a little bit. Like,
you're like, oh, okay.
What?
Yeah.
But it's, it's just not what you expect. You always want to do that.
For sure. For sure.
Like you can shit.
And I've reinvented myself so many fucking times over the years, man. Because you have to, dude. You really do. Like nowadays, me, I'm just jeans and a t-shirt. I got long dreads. I don't give a shit nowadays.
At the end of the day, we all have.
I'm in my lazy phase.
We all have phases.
For sure.
So, like, it's just like trying to remember when you were fucking 15 years old. Who the fuck were you?
Exactly.
But we had our time.
I was some nerdy kid getting picked on in high school because I was punk rock and roll. You know what I mean?
Like favorite bands, I can't because, like, I don't have the ultimate. I have what's favorite for this job and this thing. Because, like, I mean, I would say probably my favorite band would be Green Day because it was my gateway.
Okay.
And I was super fucking young for that.
And see, my gateway for me, my older brother, he got me into Nirvana.
Yeah.
Pearl Jam, Sex Pistols, Black Flag, Ramones. Yeah. When I heard the fucking Ramones for the first time, I heard the Leave Home record.
Oh, yeah.
When I heard that first fucking guitar strike, and I know this shit's cliche, but I'm old school punk rock too.
It's
but
real.
God damn it, man.
It's
when
real.
I heard Johnny Ramone strike that chord for the first time, I was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I remember my first punk rock song I ever heard. Black Flag, Spray Paint the Walls.
Really?
I heard Black Flag and I got them tattooed on my wrist because that meant something, man. I was like,
dude,
fuck, man. But Ramones changed my life. Yeah. Ramones changed my life.
It's always just like the period. So, I mean, I remember my first cassettes.
For sure.
You know, I loved Elvis. I did.
Fuck, I still love Elvis.
And that was my first. Then I had Metallica.
Okay.
And I had a Dr. Dre one.
For sure, dude.
But you gotta think, I'm born in 87.
Okay.
You gotta think, like, I didn't, from a very Southern Baptist home.
Say,
you didn't
I came from a very
and we didn't
home.
have CDs yet. Like, every Christmas, you know what I asked for? A boombox. That's my
We had 8 tracks and vinyls,
That's
man.
my big ticket that I wanted, you know?
For sure.
But my tapes, some of my first tapes, and Elvis, always loved it. But I was, I was 4 or 5.
Yeah, for sure.
Elvis. It really wasn't the music. Elvis was probably more the person he was.
For sure, for sure.
I got that Elvis tape, and I got that Metallica one, dude. And he had like 4 tracks on it or some shit. And Inner Sandman's fucking on it. And I remember being young and listening to that.
Fuck yeah.
And that moved me. And again, like, it's just, I got certain things that lead up to everything. And like Korn. I love Korn.
For sure. Jonathan Davis, man.
Dude, I had a Korn. I was 12 years old. Every room of my fucking Hit Parader,
Hit Parader, Circus Magazine,
man.
Oh my God,
cut him out.
Dude, fuck
I had a Jonathan Davis
My little
wall,
brother
I
and I
had
would
a
cut out the
Dave
little
wall.
pictures of Corey Taylor and shit and throw them all over the
back
wall
in the
and
day,
stuff,
we tape them up.
Fuck yeah, man.
Every inch of my walls were covered in those magazines.
And I remember taping them up in the corner and doing like, okay, brother, you're going to hang it here, and I'm going to put the tape here and here and here and here.
Oh,
then you would take it down, you had to fold the tape over because it didn't stick no more. And before you know it, you got like a tape thing this thick and you're still trying to hang this picture up.
You transport.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely,
and dude, like to me, the last true rock and roll man motherfucker, in my personal opinion, is Corey motherfucking Taylor.
Absolutely.
I have watched videos where that fucking dude.
Dude, I've seen Slipknot, and again, that music was what I was into younger, and then I transitioned to punk rock. You know what I mean?
For sure.
That type was what, but Corey fucking Taylor.
Dude, I've watched videos of this dude
from the goddamn. I was like, that fucking
man.
Just all of it.
The way he is with his fucking fans, dude. I've watched videos where this motherfucker, literally, I've seen his publicist get on his ass in a video after a book signing, and she was like, hey man, we gotta go, and he was like, no, I'm gonna talk to every single one of them, and he went all the way down the road, man, and his publicist seemed so pissed, but Corey Taylor was like, first off, you work for me.
Yeah.
Second of all, I'm Corey motherfucking Taylor, so
for me.
I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do because these are my fucking fans.
Absolutely.
And the fact, dude, that I watched a video because see, dude, my son's super into music and he wants to do his own band and shit. You know, and he's got his own little mini drums over here. He's 13.
Okay, yeah.
So he's like, dude, I just retired my battle jacket. My studded out jacket to him.
You gonna pass it down?
I pass it down to him. He's finally into it. He can finally wear it and fit
it. Isn't it awesome when you pass down the jacket?
Like 40 fucking pounds. Yeah. And my kid weighs like 70 pounds.
No matter.
And I'm like, this kid is rocking this 40-pound fucking jacket.
When he puts that jacket on, he feels like a
dude, he comes out, dude, and he's like, Dad, look at
rock
this.
star, yeah.
Dude,
yeah,
he'll come out with bandanas and shit.
That's
what
I
gives me
love.
Goosebumps thinking about him,
That's
man.
what I love about when you got. So I had one growing up in Bloomington. You know, I spray painted the fuck out of it. I didn't really stud a lot because
It's
I was
time
getting drunk.
consuming, man.
I was getting
like,
drunk. I started
shit
here.
hurts your goddamn
I
fingers,
did
man.
right here, but everything
Did
else
the
was
flaps
perfect.
and shit? Yeah, dude.
Everything else, I'm not fucking studding the whole goddamn
Dude, I bet I
arm.
put
Now,
probably
it
80
was-
hours in my jacket. You know what I mean? And I've lost studs over
Like-
the way, but
Like you fucking get your phone.
dude, your fingers would be like so brittle to the
But
touch.
I
and shit.
passed down my jacket to this girl in Bloomington, you know, and that's a moment. It is because
absolutely.
it is an essence.
Absolutely.
When you put that jacket on, it's go time.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. And dude,
so
he'll
my
come out
guitar
with his
player-
stretch jeans on, dude, his studded belt, and he's like,
Dude, my guitar player, so I'm sure he'll watch this. I love you, honey. He's an older fucking man, and his fucking leather jacket, he gave it to me. Of course, something happens to him, it goes to Mila, his daughter. But I got it, and those patches on that fucking jacket, dude. Like,
can you imagine the stories that jacket could tell, man?
Oh, I fucking know they do.
I mean, dude.
I fucking know they do. And this is his hat.
Okay.
Okay? So when we started this band, this is his fucking hat. I lost a little top or two, whatever. But it is a thing when somebody has wore something,
Absolutely,
has gone
man.
through things, that essence
Just
of
went through
that.
a war, man.
Yeah.
And when you get that means the world,
Dude,
dude.
I'm telling you, when you throw that shit on, you're like,
Oh, dude.
go time.
I've had people pass me down vintage shirts. Like, I have the two oldest shirts I have the Ramones Classic, Presidential Seal.
Nice.
Nobody wears that shirt but me. Because
Yeah,
it's,
nobody
the
has that
armpits
shirt.
are ripped out.
Oh, yeah.
I went to wear it here maybe a month ago, and I went to put it on, and I just went to stand up and pull my shirt down, and I put my fucking thumb through it.
Yeah.
Because it's so thin. And then I have a
You know what?
1976
Goddamn,
fucking
yeah.
Elvis Presley t-shirt
fuck
that
yeah.
nobody wears but me. Like, there's no holes in it, but like maybe two. And I'm like, man, I'm never gonna wear this shirt. You know what I mean? It's from 1976. It's got Elvis doing this. You know, and I'm like, dude, that's bad as fuck. I found it at a flea market for like $4, and
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
love
dude,
that.
I'm gonna wear the fuck out of this.
I love
But
that
it's
flea
so
market bullshit,
paper thin.
Yeah.
But yeah, my Ramones shirt. See, a lot of my shirts gets passed down to my son.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But
and you know what? That's
those
so
two
awesome.
shirts,
He's
man.
into it.
Those two shirts, man, I feel like they're just not wearable anymore. They're so paper
frame them
thin,
up
man.
or
Yeah,
something.
you put them in a fucking frame,
Frame them
like,
up, yeah.
because I've had that Ramones shirt. That was my, I think, like my second presidential seal Ramones
I do love
shirt.
wearing shirts that are that thin, though.
Dude,
Like, you
they're
know,
so comfortable,
but
man.
you just know it's been worn.
Then my Hank Williams one is another one that nobody wears. Like, I just put a giant rip across his face. You know, I just put it on,
Yeah, you
and
gotta
then
frame
fucking
them
bitch
up.
ripped
You
out.
gotta-
And I'm
you gotta
like,
frame it
I
up.
can't even wear
You
these
gotta
shirts
frame
no
it up.
more. And I love those
Yeah,
shirts,
you gotta
man.
frame
But
them up.
like I was telling little man,
Yeah,
I was
frame
like,
them
dude, man, I'm gonna pass, cause like,
You
dude,
know,
I
that's
got.
cool. That's cool decor. You frame
Dude,
up
I
the
got
fucking
stuff
logo.
upstairs in totes.
Yeah.
Like vintage belts and cock ring
Oh, yeah.
belts and studded belts and bracelets and all this shit and jackets and pants and
Dude,
shit.
this is the same
Dude,
belt
it all
I've
goes to
had
him.
since,
You know what I
I've
mean?
had the same fucking belt since I was a freshman in fucking
And
high
when-
school,
and
man.
when it finally-
I can't believe I've like
When it
having
finally gives out, because the belt I got upstairs, there are so many glue marks where my brother and I try to do Gorilla Glue and duct tape it together.
Yeah.
Because when
Well,
you get a
he's got a
belt,
bunch of
man, you just
holes,
don't
man.
want to fucking, you don't want to get a new one, man. Like, I don't want to break that leather in again.
Oh, and
like,
again, to find studded stuff, you know, like, look, yeah, you could go to Hot Topic and all that shit and buy it, but the material changed over fucking
For sure,
time. If
for
my
sure.
shit
It's cheap now,
if
man.
If my shit breaks right now, I gotta go, and then you get some on Amazon, you don't really fucking know.
You don't know what you're
My
getting.
bondage belt I got from there, like, I used to have the bondage belt with the O-rings when I was a kid.
Yep.
It used to get me in trouble because I'd be late to class trying to sneak in and rattle.
just rattle.
Rattle,
Loud,
dude!
loud ass
And I'm like
fucking
trying to
noise,
hold
man.
it, but you
Because
know,
you
you
got like
gotta
8
wear it.
rings on there that are
You got
clicking
your,
together.
well, you got your
and-
stud, but you got your fucking, you know.
Yep. Dude, I remember sleeping in bullet belts. I remember being on tour and having my bullet belt on
You know
and
what's fucking
sleeping
funny?
on a
I've never
floor
had one,
and
and I
wake
always
up and
wanted
my hips. The
Oh, yeah.
bullet belt
Dig it?
killed my hips over the years. Like, they were so heavy. I did the classic, let me stuff 3 or 4 of them in my front pockets to hold the bitch up, but the back's sagging.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and it's fucking with my bum flap and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Dude, I always play with my fucking bondage belt on, but it was too big, but I didn't send it back. I'm not sending it back, but I was
Exactly.
like, okay, so I tried to do it, and by the end of it, it's like down to here.
Right,
I'm like,
yeah,
it's under
yeah.
my ass.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Dude, I remember going to shows because like we did the whole casualties hair thing, and I remember we would spend like 3 hours doing each other's hair.
Oh, yeah.
Just for 2 songs, because you get in there, start headbanging, and then the hairspray would wear out, and your shit's dragging.
Right,
you know
let's
what I mean?
talk about
Like
this.
now the Elmer School Glue, I would
okay.
never do that
Now,
shit again.
gelatin,
Oh my god, gelatin, Knox gelatin. Yeah,
Pump
yeah,
It
yeah.
Up Gold.
Yep.
Pump It Up Gold.
Now, did you do the gelatin, like the Knox gelatin, where you heat it up in the microwave, get it hot? Yeah.
I did that for the Liberty Spice.
Yep.
Now, I never did it for my Mohawk. I
Yeah.
always did Pump It Up Gold, which it smells like potpourri.
Okay.
It is bad. But that was the bad shit back in the day. That was the one.
See, I remember Aquanet hairspray being like
Aquanet's
big
the
fucking
next
thing,
okay,
man.
Aqua would be next.
That's what we
Pump
use.
It Up
Aquanet,
Gold
man.
is the bitch. But that smell is just
Bad.
atrocious.
Okay.
So when you wake up the next day and you've been rolling around, you fucking
Right, and you smell like
you know
it.
what? Your hawk ain't really good. I mean, it's a little broke, but with a couple little squirts, it's bad.
Couple of squirts, couple of brushes back
Pump It Up
up.
Gold was the shit, but Aquanet's my girl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
love
that's the
Aquanet,
shit.
man.
Aquanet and
The
then,
purple can, man. That's what it was. The purple can.
Purple can.
Like
Aquanet.
Aquanet, man. Had the little netting
Well,
on the
I love
front
that
and
people
everything.
talk about that. You know, motherfuckers got good ass shit now. They got good ass shit.
My wife's a cosmetologist,
Yeah.
and the hair dye colors are just insane nowadays.
yeah.
Where I'm using food coloring back in the day just to keep my shit. I remember putting my hair up and I wouldn't wash it for days because I wanted the brightness to stay.
Well, I do that on a
And it's like the first wash I did.
do that on a rag.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I wash my hair in 6 years,
dude, I
dude.
fucking
Like,
dry shampoo.
Fuck yeah.
We wash it once a month.
Yep.
This is a special occasion.
my wife and I were just joking with Tanner the other day because
Well,
he's
you got the
he's growing his
dreads,
dreads.
yeah.
I ain't washed my hair in 6 fucking years, dude.
You
Like
know
the only
what,
time
though?
my hair gets wet is
I'm
when the
telling
rain
you-
hits it, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm telling you though, it
that cleanses my hair,
It
like-
liberated my goddamn hair though. If you
Yeah.
wash it all the time, you get oily as fuck.
fuck yeah.
But
yeah.
you get that little dry shampoo in. But it's probably also because I've dyed my hair for.
Well, see, it's like my wife just dyed her hair from blue to green here in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And nowadays, again, because she's a cosmetologist, she's got all this color-safe shampoo.
Yeah.
So she just buys the color shampoo.
Right.
Well, hey, I got blue hair. I'm
I'm
going to
a
buy blue
cheap ass.
shampoo.
Dude, I
So
just-
I'm going to do this shit. You know
What's
what I mean?
this?
It's like,
What's this shampoo from the Dollar Tree?
Right, that's what it is,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Dude,
But you know what I do though? I take the conditioner and I put my color in the conditioner.
that's what she does. Yeah.
But I
yeah.
I only really wash my hair once a fucking month because
For sure.
the vibrant of red.
For sure.
I used to have it blue for fucking years because blue does hold out.
Hers
Blue-
held for like 3-4
blue-
months, man.
Trying
Like,
to get blue out of your goddamn hair. Black.
blue, black, and green, dude, is just like...
Green. You gotta follow the pyramid on that fucking.
Mhm.
Actually, you gotta follow the pyramid. Period.
Yeah, but say you got to... Yeah, I've learned
Which
so much
I
from
never.
her. Like,
Yeah. I never understood it, and then I got all these friends that fucking do hair and shit. Because I
Yep.
wanted to go from blue to red. We're going.
mhm.
We're going. You can't. You
It
gotta go
doesn't work
purple.
that way. It goes purple.
You gotta go purple.
It goes purple.
And I'm gonna tell you,
Either re-dye it blue or go
I
purple.
fucking hated it. When I was purple, I was like, I fucking hate purple. I used to love purple when I was a kid. Like, I loved purple was my jam color. But I fucking hated it. But then I dyed it red, and I told all those bitches, I was like, y'all right. Like, that was the easiest transition.
Right.
I didn't have no spots. I didn't have no fade out.
Right.
Like, it was red. You
Yeah.
gotta follow the pyramid.
For sure.
That's
You
science,
do. And it's so
dude.
crazy, man. Like I was saying,
It's
dude, like, I've
science.
learned so much from her
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
her cosmetologist background. And I'm like, I'm the guy that used to just go to the toilet and have my buddy bleach my hair out with peroxide and pour fucking blue or green or
We
red
did
or
so much bad
whatever.
shit,
you know what I mean?
dude.
Dude, I remember staining my mom and dad's.
Oh
my
my
mom, dude,
God.
my dad just put in a new porcelain sink for my mom, right? And I think it was me and my little brother. I wanted my hair blue.
Yeah.
And I had blonde hair. It was like down to my shoulders. I did the Riot Spice and the Liberty Spice and shit.
Yeah.
And
Liberty
man, we
Spice
just
was
went
good.
over, dude, and he just started pouring this fucking food coloring over my fucking
Yeah.
hair. And it went blue all right.
It
but
did.
so did the fucking porcelain sink my dad
Well,
just put in.
oh,
my
man.
dad was
Pissed,
dude.
dude.
Like, you could not get that
It
out.
stayed out.
He
Yeah.
had to literally fucking go get paint,
Yeah.
and he had to porcelain paint the goddamn sink. He was fucking irate, dude.
I bet your
like,
dad was pissed.
oh, he
yeah.
was pissed.
There's only certain things to take that shit off. And like my bathroom, even within it, like I got red hair dye everywhere.
Yeah.
Can we pause and I pee?
You can just go pee, and I'll just keep it alive.
Okay, yeah.
That's what we do.
A BRB. Like I'm gonna go pee.
While you're gonna do that, I'm gonna throw some shout outs real quick.
All right.
Guys, while Jerrica uses the restroom, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple special thanks real fast. To my good brother Wally and his wife Lindsay. You guys can check them out on Facebook. They do Wally and Lindsay's Flea Market. I'm a huge fucking toy guy, man. I love collecting toys. Horror, action figures of any kind. I don't care. I love it, man. Especially Ghostbusters. I got a great toy guy. So Wally and Linz, prop to you. You guys can actually check them out Saturday nights on Facebook. They do a live toy auction. Great prices, man. Really cool fucking show, too. Even if you just watch and don't buy anything. Awesome fucking shit, man. I got to give a shout out to Joshua Grove from riotstickers.com. You can find them on Facebook as well. They actually made the SWS Shootin' with Shane banner. So thank you guys for that. I'm actually going to be going through Josh and Reisinger's for the SWS shirts, which will be coming soon. Big shout out really quick to my buddy Craig Simmons. Brother, appreciate you. Here, I'll get a close-up so you guys can check this out. Craig Simmons did a really awesome job. We did the Carolina Blue, the Super Click, good brothers, Terry, Tanner, and myself. So much love to Craig. I actually got him coming on the show here in a few months. Give a shout out to the Super Click, obviously, Terry, Tanner, Lauren, Marissa, Abby, Alicia, Erica, all you guys, Sarah. I love all you guys, miss you guys. We got to get together this summer, man, do some cookouts. To the Click, man. You guys know who you are. Too sweet, my brothers. Ryan, David, and Travis. Love you guys, man. I love that you guys watch this shit, man, and help me out any way you guys can. I really appreciate that. I want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Emmy Jane Timmons. You can find her for all your hair needs at Sheer Salon on Facebook, so you guys can check her out. I want to give a huge shout out to Shane Kauser, the owner of AACW. Brother, I know we've been talking here recently. Man, I'm so fucking pumped, man, to do all these cool things with you guys. I can't wait to do that. New interviewer for AACW, so I'm fucking stoked. Zoom, zoom. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. And then, again, another shout out I want to give. Zimmy! Come here, boy. Another shout out I want to give, man, new company that I'm working for, AACW, Old School Lives Wrestling. Super fucking huge wrestling fan, whole family is. So again, a shout out to all of the guys on the roster. I can't wait to hang out with you guys in the locker room and hear your guys' war stories. Now that Jerrica's back, we're going to go ahead and continue. So, dude, I got to ask, who do you model yourself after the most, man? Zoom! Come here, boy.
I let you down here because I thought
guys, we're 100% cool. Raw and uncut.
I let him down here because he wanted to come down here. I was like, "Are you gonna be cool now?" Yeah.
And now he's like, "No."
Who do I model myself?
Like who do you model yourself after, man? Like,
again, all this is very new to me. So, to be personal about my mindset, I don't really have a model to go by. You know, I'm more just in general. Me as a person, I'm kind of like a. Let's roll with it.
Okay, right on. Yeah, for sure.
But I will say Juliette Lewis. Juliette Lewis is a great front woman as far as modeling.
Okay.
That from Emily and the Sniffers, dude. They're coming up. They're fucking. We cover one of their songs every once in a while. Control. She is a front woman that is just fucked. Yeah. So. If I had to answer that as modeling, they are people, but I just really don't ever think about that.
Gotcha. Yeah, for sure.
You know?
For sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But now you got to think too, though. How many people look at you? Like going back to what we were saying earlier, how many people look at you now as a role model?
Now I know women that have inspired me, and I'd love to see them. Brody Armstrong.
For sure.
Dale. Dolly, whatever the fuck it is. She, Shirley Manson, man.
Okay. Right on. Garbage. Yeah.
The chick from Lush.
Okay.
Is fucking great. Fucking Babes in Toyland.
Man, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. Babes in Toyland, badass fucking band.
Hangers.
Okay.
Coat
what about Devashkas? You ever get into Devashkas?
Yeah.
Okay. Right on. Devashkas, man, that was my shit back in the day, man. I love female fronted rock and roll bands because it's just badass. I always have.
Coat Hangers is one to check out. So
but all girl bands? Oh my god, dude, that's fucking kick ass, dude.
Macedon. Has a
Macedon.
Whole,
okay,
they have a whole video with coat hanger. Macedon got coat hangers. Those girls on the fucking map.
Okay.
But there's a music video where they're all dressed in wigs, playing like they're fucking coat hanger, but but Macedon gave them the bag, and they're great. Rusty plays drums. She's like a fucking Amazon woman, dude. She is like I'm tall. This bitch is tall.
Right.
But she plays drums, and her voice is. It is the harder one.
Okay.
And then you got fucking Julia. She's the lead singer. She plays guitar. She's got the softer, she's got that great dynamic. It's like it's just great.
Okay.
Rusty's got the hardcore. And then you got, what the fuck, I can't remember her fucking name. Sorry. I hope you never watch this. She took a picture of my tramp stamp, put it on Instagram when I fucking met her. She's real short, man. I'm telling you, she is short as fuck. She's so short. She plays bass, but they do this cool thing where they switch. And Rusty will play guitar.
They switch gear.
Switch
okay.
And I love when bands do that. And
See,
you've got
we used
that
to
little
talk about
girl
that shit
behind
too,
the
man.
fucking
Yeah.
bar, behind the
Yeah,
drum seat.
for sure.
I love that shit. I love the matchup of that. And they're all very skilled, but it's all girl band. Like,
Yeah.
it ain't just one member. It's all girl.
Yeah.
Coat hangers.
L7?
L7, there you go, dude.
Man,
Oh,
dude,
oh my
just-
god, that was one of the best shows.
Oh my god, dude. Raunchy
Fuck.
fucking women. They were rock and roll as fuck,
Dude,
man. They did not care. I
I'm
remember
gonna
going to a show
tell
and
you,
they
they
thrown their...
inspired me to hit somebody with my tampon. 'Cause
Dude,
when
I
they
know,
fucking-
bro. I was gonna say,
I
went to
hit
a
somebody
show,
with my fucking
and
tampon.
she literally, like,
She
just
whipped it
pulled
out.
and tossed it, dude. Like, didn't give
Well,
a fuck, dude. I'm
story
like,
time with Ramathorn. There was one time when I was growing up, this fucking dude pissed me off real bad, but I was super high and I thought it would be funny, you know. And
it was.
in the scheme of things, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck this motherfucker. And when he came back in that car, I just fucking hit him, and he laughed his ass off.
Yeah.
But it's gross as fuck.
But it's punk rock
But
as
you
fuck,
know,
man.
it,
That's the
honestly,
thing,
it was
like-
just in the moment of it, like, this is gonna be fucking hilarious.
from one punk rock guy to another punk rock guy or chick. You're 87, I'm 84.
Yeah. Okay.
We grew up in about the same era.
Yeah.
It's about
You
the
got a
same
little bit
music
more
and
grunge
stuff.
than what? Yeah.
Where do you do you think the scene's changed, man? Like,
I think scene is very personal. Okay, so
Yeah.
we are in a great era where everybody's exposed. Now, when we were growing up, you really had to do something and really get out there. Now,
sure.
pick up your goddamn
pick up your phone. I
And
wish
some of
I
the
had
bands-
my phone.
The bands I listen to are not big bands. They're what I hear from the shows around town, and I listen to their albums afterwards. The local scene is where it's fucking at.
For
dude.
sure, for sure.
And so it is evolving, and it's getting back because order needs to be. The music that's mainstream right now is fucking.
Yeah, it's trash, man.
Okay,
It's trash.
each to their own. Each to their own.
Everybody likes what they
Look,
like.
and
personally
I don't want to
listen-
be
I
that
don't-
person. Look, I love.
Same here.
I love Justin Timberlake. I love.
Same here, exactly,
I love.
yeah.
Fucking what's her fucking name?
I'm a Backstreet Boys fan. I don't care. The shit was
Well,
good,
that's
man.
so
You know what I
old, though.
mean?
We
But
gotta
it's
be
like,
relevant. We gotta be relevant. Billie Eilish. I love her.
Okay.
Okay. There's relevant things happening that are great, but we're about to get back with these fucking bands. But the thing
rock
is,
and
that-
roll's coming back, though,
the thing
man.
is, these bands are ruling it, and
Yeah.
they don't need a record deal.
For sure.
They don't need shit.
You don't need it, man.
You
If
don't
you got
need it.
Instagram and Facebook,
You're
you
making
can make it yourself,
bank,
man.
and you're doing it and producing it yourself.
Absolutely.
Music
DIY,
has-
man. It's
music has
it's
to
going
say-
back to that era of DIY. Because I remember
Absolutely.
DIY and
It's
everything,
very
man.
exciting. Oh, yeah,
Your
I
banners
know.
were DIY. Your shirts were DIY. They were
But
spray painted, man. Like,
DIY back then and what it is now, holy shit.
I
It's
wish I
our
had-
oyster.
I wish
It's our
I wish I
oyster.
had the DIY today.
Yeah,
I wish we'd have had it
Well,
back then, man. I mean, we were
it's-
using stencils and spray paint. We were getting high and fucking
well,
taking
to promote your band, what was it, like fucking MySpace and fucking shit?
MySpace.
You
Yeah,
didn't have the
dude.
YouTube with the
No,
videos, like,
no.
dude, like, it's endless, or TikTok.
I remember my buddy Mike Wilson first introduced me to fucking YouTube, and he's like, "Bro,
Dude, yeah.
check out Rancid. You get all the Rancid videos you want on this thing called
What?
YouTube." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "You search anything." And I'm like, "Motorhead, Ramones, Sex
Yeah.
Pistols, everything. I want
Dude,
everything. I want to watch everything."
It's a
Like,
lost translation, but music, you don't need no one anymore.
for sure,
And you can tour, and you can make money, you can make a fucking living off of it.
for sure, absolutely.
It's not like
You
back
don't
in the
need
day.
the big man to do it anymore,
No,
man. Like
and-
we're back
and
in the
you know
day,
what?
you did.
We're transcending into that. There is no big man anymore.
Yeah.
It's just you.
Well, you got guys, man, that pop up, like when we were on a couple of different labels growing up in our teen years and shit, 17, 18, 19 years old,
Yeah.
we were signing to labels in Muncie. I remember
Yeah.
signing to them. Funny story with them, they thought they got us.
They thought they got us.
We fucked up. We were young kids and we got a record deal and we were like, we're signing that contract.
Yeah.
So we record this 12-track record in like 45 minutes because we'd rehearsed this shit forever. And we were like, man, we just went right in, did it live, did it raw, got it done. Well, we wanted to take the drive home. We wanted to take a copy of the record. Well, on the second track, I mentioned on one of the breakdowns, I mentioned my aunt and a couple good friends who had passed
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
So what he did was he cut the vocals out of that track and he gave us a CD, a blank disc with all the tracks, but no vocals on track 2
Yeah.
on the song The Rejected
Okay,
because
yeah.
he didn't want us to produce it ourselves.
Right.
So once we found out, we were old school, man. We were only going to sell it for $5.
Right.
He was wanting to take $3 off each CD, and I'm like, man, we ain't making no money. So what we did was,
Yeah,
we
they're $5.
literally just never went back to Perpetual Motion Records. We just kind of was like, fuck that company.
Well, but back in the day, if you're getting some kind of
Dude.
record thing at you, it was different than
Yeah,
now. If you
for
get
sure.
that shit, you're like, hey, Like, I mean, we're recording our whole album, and where we fucking practice at.
Right.
You know?
See, exactly.
And he recorded his previous band, Great Terror. It sounds fucking dope.
Dude.
Fuck. You know what I mean? What he does is dope as fuck. Let's just do it here in house.
What we did with that first record, man, when we got home and realized that those vocals were missing, we were like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna set the mic up in the bathroom in the shower. Shane, you're gonna go in there and we're gonna play this bitch on a loudspeaker. And we're gonna hit record on the fucking laptop, and we're just gonna do the vocals again, raw, on top of the track. So we did it, and boom, we were like, fuck Perpetual Motion Records. We're gonna release our own shit, you know what I mean? We were selling that shit out of the fucking trunk of the car and shit, man. You know what I mean? Like $5, dude. Hey, come buy this record.
You don't need anybody to do it. And now in this age too, like we've got so much access to great fucking equipment that you don't fucking need
equipment.
anyway.
Has just came out of nowhere, like the best.
Well, back in the day, you'd
shit.
have to go to the record place because they had the shit. Now, easy fucking access.
Get on eBay, you can order whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? Hell, the last band I was in, man, we had fucking our guitar player. His father-in-law played.
Dude, Amazon has put the game out. Dude.
Oh, for sure, yeah, dude. I mean, you can go to any fucking website now and order whatever fucking gear you want. Get the nicest microphones and shit.
And everyone's putting out products that are so fucking advanced.
For sure.
It's just a different game.
Dude, absolutely, and like that's the thing too. Like,
but it's cool that you were there for the game when it wasn't there.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah.
Man, just looking back though, man, like again, like I wish what I knew now, I knew then, because a lot of things might have been different.
Sure.
And I wish we had the equipment and the technology and all that stuff, because self-promotion back then without the internet, besides MySpace,
would have been
was so fucking
many
hard, man.
amazing bands that would have came out.
Oh, for sure.
You know, that's a travesty in it, is now anybody can be out there, but back in the day you couldn't be. And there was probably so many fucking amazing bands.
Oh, for sure. That never got heard.
Never got heard.
But
that's the thing, like, again, I'm more local about my fucking scene than I am about things like or not even local, but who comes into town.
For sure.
And that's the essence of it. But dude, it's great. There's so much great music out there, and like, it's funny, I have conversations with people and they're like, I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, it's a mecca right now. You got self-expression, full throttle right now. Anybody, dude, and that's like it's a double-edged sword with the social media shit, because like the TikToks, dude, I see some amazing music on that fucking motherfucking TikTok.
For sure.
Like, it's a double-edged sword, but it has so much value with people expressing themselves individually.
Dude, speaking of TikTok, I just saw I just got really into this artist. I couldn't tell you his name on the top of my head. But I saw a TikTok video of him. I know, going back to what you were saying earlier about the artist, the one guy doing it all.
Oh,
The guy just plays acoustic guitar. He's got a suitcase that he sits on. He's got one foot is kicking the pedal to the suitcase. The other pedal is kicking something else. And this dude is just doing a whole fucking band thing by himself.
Dude.
And I come across his songs and I'm like, why are they only 30 seconds though? This guy is so fucking good. And I have searched this guy on YouTube. I can find him.
It's only 30 seconds.
But it's only 30 seconds. All his videos are 30 seconds. And I'm like, dude, you are so fucking good. Why are you not putting out records, man? Like, I would get those records.
You don't know his life. You don't know where he's from. You know, it's a little bit of exposure. He probably doesn't even, there's so many.
Maybe he doesn't even want to be that guy.
There's so many layers to that onion that you really don't know, because the internet is, everybody's out there. You know, everybody's fucking out there. But yeah, the one-man band shit gets me.
Dude, it's crazy, man. Like, to see people do the shit they do.
Shaky Graves is one of my favorites. Now, Amigo the Devil is my big bitch. Okay. Amigo the Devil, he does horror folk punk. Okay. So, like, he has a lot of stories in what he's doing. Okay. Like, he's a one-man band, you know. And then you got Shaky Graves, which.
Did you ever check out Tony Bullitt? Down at the mill, he played a couple mill shows. He does one man band shit. He does the suitcase. Yeah. And
Joe Buck Yourself is somebody that comes through the mill, more punk rockish. Okay. Does it yourself. Joe Buck Yourself, one man bullshit.
See now, like with Tony, what changed the thing for me, and I never did get one. Goddamn, I wanted one. They're so fucking expensive. Yeah. I saw him sing out of a green bullet mic. It's a harmonica mic.
Yes.
And he was singing out of it. And it sounded so badass. And I remember telling my buddies, I was like, dude, I want a green bullet. Because I love the Blues Brothers. Yeah. So when I see them doing the harmonica mic, I'm like, that's the green bullet. So I want that.
That was something really fascinating with us recording. So I was not being recorded while we were doing Craig on his drums, but those motherfuckers put some fucking distortion on my fucking voice that was like mean.
See, I was a reverb guy.
Well, it's
put
reverb.
the fucking reverb up all
reverb,
the way up for
you
me.
put reverb on me, your balls are dropping.
Yeah, dude.
Like
yeah,
it was,
for sure,
it was, and I was
sure.
like, can I just sound like this
all the time, right? Because then like you watch like a live show and you're like, can we get some reverb put on my vocals?
I get a little bit on certain yells. I'll get it, but like the whole tone, I was like, dude, we have to pick one song out of this album to do this. This
music
reverb.
video happening anytime? Like you guys got a certain song you guys want to do, or?
I think if we were, we haven't really talked about it, so we're focused on the album, which probably should have been an EP, but we'll, whatever. We're putting that whole fucking.
How many tracks you guys doing?
We're doing 12.
Okay, so you're going LP then. You're just
and
gonna
it
just
is
lay it out
full
there.
originals.
Okay.
All originals.
Okay.
Now we do 2 covers usually.
Okay.
Well, we used to do 3 when we first started.
Covers are fun too.
Well, when we first started, we didn't. Dude, we formed that band in a month. We were playing them out, and it was like so we had to have 3 covers to fit the set.
Okay. Yeah.
We did Bad Boys Bad Boys Wet Dreams.
Okay. Okay.
Dude, love it.
Okay.
We don't play that one no more. And then we did the Stooges, I Got It Right.
Stooges. Okay.
I love that
man.
one.
Okay.
But that's the one we blowing out on.
Okay.
I'm
Now,
blowing
do you
my
guys
mind.
still keep that one in the
We
repertoire?
still
Or?
always play that one.
Okay,
That's
okay.
in the middle of the set now. Controlled by Amelie and the Sniffers is one that we play if somebody says
Which is the band you mentioned earlier, right?
Yeah.
That you said. Okay.
Well, when me and Scotty first got together, we said, hey, we got to have some covers. You pick a cover, I pick a cover. He picked Wet Dreams, and I picked Amelie and the Sniffers. And then Stooges got in there, you know.
Okay.
But the Stooges one, we just got to play. Like,
Now, Rose Tattoo fan? Get into Rose Tattoo at all?
absolutely, yes.
Rock and roll, man.
Yeah, I just posted I
Fucking rock and roll, dude.
I was posting I listened to the fucking day.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not so familiar, but the other day I got immersed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
like
yeah,
I
dude.
fucking listened.
Rose Tattoo was that band.
Rose
When I heard
Tattoo,
them, man, it was like hearing Motorhead again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
fucking rock and roll,
Yeah,
man.
dude,
like,
and again, like it's fucking rad. Yeah, I love it. And tonight, it's not tomorrow night. I haven't slept yet, so I was thinking tomorrow night, but it's tonight at the Melody Inn, Soy City Stranglers.
now, you guys playing or?
No, we ain't
no?
playing. It's Melody Inn night. It's Rich's birthday at Melody
Yeah.
Inn. There's 4 bands tonight when they usually only do 3, and it's
Okay.
Rich's birthday. Soy City Stranglers is someone to fucking watch, and I bet the other people on the bill are too. I bet they are. But Soy City Stranglers, dude, their music they're putting out from Decatur, fucking Illinois, dope. And they also, some of those members in Rolling Sixes, which is more rock and roll. I would say Soy City Stranglers is more like a little bit hardcore with it.
Okay.
Some of the same members, same lead singer from both bands. Either way, fucking dope. They're playing tonight. I can't.
Now, punk rock awards.
Yeah.
Are you guys looking forward to
We were on the one last year. Yeah.
getting one?
Uh,
What would that mean to you, man?
Look,
to get
man,
that moon with the
I'm
safety
gonna,
pin.
I'm gonna tell you this, and Greg.
Is
Brenner,
that going on the fridge or in the fridge?
All right, Greg Brenner and Rich. If I don't win that Hutch Award this year, I told you all I'm gonna fucking bury you. All right, the Hutch Award is somebody who goes to know all the fucking time.
Okay. Where's the
The
award gonna
advocate.
go?
I
Top of
don't-
the fridge, in the fridge?
It's going on the mantle, dude.
Going on the
Like-
mantle, like.
But
So do you want the award?
fuck yeah, but I don't want the. Well, I want the band award. I do. I want that. And we were.
Because I always thought that was so fucking cool
hey,
that those
we
guys
were
did
up
those,
for
man.
nomination for best new band. And I will tell you, when they named the bands and then they said Ramathorn, I was like, that's all I needed.
Right?
You said it the way it needed to be said.
Right.
But again, I know these guys, and I've known them for fucking years. I want my fucking Hutch Award. I want the fucking fan award.
On the mantle.
I'm gonna bury you, motherfuckers.
It's going on the mantle.
Well, every year somebody that goes to the mill all the time gets the award. Now, yes, I do understand the stipulations of that award is you have to go every fucking weekend. I have a fucking kid. Greg Brenner, I'm calling you out right now. I tell them every
Give
year.
the girl her goddamn award.
You know what? Every year I'm on it. I'm
Yeah.
one of the people that get fucking in the mix. And it's like, well, Jerrica can't. You've got to give the award to the fucking. And I get it. But you know what? I'm going to fucking steal one. I'm going to fucking steal one if I don't get it.
Dude, we were just talking earlier on my porch about how when the Cadavers won
Oh, the Cadavers, dude.
when they won the WrestleMania,
Yeah.
shit belt, man.
WrestleMania's coming up in a couple weeks.
We wanted to take that belt so bad. And Rich, dude, I know we pitched it to you, and I know we live too far away to take the belt, but I really wanted to fucking take the belt.
Rich, you should have let. That
I really wanted to take the belt,
That
man.
would have been the ultimate.
The Cadavers were cool with it. They were like, do it,
Cadavers
put it on
are
your
bad
show,
boys.
whatever, dude.
Well,
We
bad
don't care,
boys
man.
and girls.
Like, yeah, dude. Like, put
they're
on
bad.
a killer fucking show,
Dude,
too.
They
Killer
are,
fucking
you
show,
know
man.
what?
Like,
True Cadaver has been in that scene for fucking so.
Dude, hell, I probably went to shows when he was in his fucking 20s.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
Like, that's what I love about it.
When I look back on that scene in Indy and
there,
coming
buddy.
in there, man, and watching and playing some of these shows, I'm like, I see some of these people at the melt. Like, okay, for example, Max from the Street Brats.
Yeah.
When I was getting
Street
married,
Brats.
Dude,
Brats.
I go to my fucking, I go to my bachelor party, which was actually at the Mel. And Max,
Wait, no,
the
you had a
fucking
bachelor
Jetbirds.
party at the
Yeah,
fucking
dude,
Mel?
I was in the Red Room doing shit.
There's
We're
been
not
a
gonna
couple
say
people
what I
that
did,
got
but we were
married
doing
up in-
shit in the Red Room.
It don't
Like,
matter. Oh, the Red Room, yeah.
yeah, dude, the Red Room, man. If you don't know about the Melody Red Room, then you're not living your life. But the Red Room's badass.
You gotta crawl behind the bar in the
But
Red Room.
man, Max from the fucking Street Bird,
Yeah.
well, he was playing with the Jetbirds at the time.
Yeah.
But man, he was over there, like he was buying me and my buddy drinks, and we're like, dude, I got the 77 behind my ear because the first time I met Max, like I'm in this Chicago street fight, and then Max was cool as fuck. He's like, you and your buddy had our back, man. What's up? Like,
Melody,
dude.
I'm telling you, later in life, years from now, you will see a documentary about the Melody. I'm telling you straight up.
For sure,
Or Indianapolis scene right now. You will. I know someone's going to fucking do
For
it
sure,
because
for
it
sure.
is happening. And look, a lot of towns, so we had it when I was growing up in Bloomington.
I'm gonna
It's
take
dead
a piss
now.
real quick in my urinal over here while you're talking.
You have a urinal?
I do.
All right. Well, what I was gonna say is, what was I gonna say? Melody is the shit, and what's happening right there, right now, is something to be documented, dude. You got so many people living there, playing in bands. It's great. Melody
Dude, I
is
think
great.
with the Melody and like you and I were talking earlier, like, dude, like I have so many good experiences. Like I said, I had my bachelor party there, man. Like,
well, hey, Punk
played
Rock
there multiple
Mansion.
times.
You ever been to Punk Rock Mansion afterwards?
I haven't. No, I've never been.
So
to
we're
Grace's
gonna talk
house.
about this
Like,
for a second. So, Punk Rock Mansion is where Punk Rock Night started. Okay, Greg Brenner's house is where.
and he's doing great things,
Well,
man.
listen,
I mean,
but back in the day, he's been doing great things for fucking years, for the music scene, years. He ran Punk Rock Night out of his fucking house, dude. He had a speakeasy in his goddamn house and had shows running out of it. Then he linked up. Because, like, yeah, you couldn't run it out of your house no more, Greg. But
gotta move locations.
yeah, but it was real close. He's on Pennsylvania. Melody is right fucking. You got Rob and Dave. It's like a perfect match of people that just vortexed together at the right time, right goddamn place.
for sure.
And Punk Rock Night is
see,
trademarked by Greg Brenner.
You brought up the whole like documentary thing, though, dude, and I totally agree with you on that because I look at the Mill like this. My favorite thing about the Mill is when you walk in, it's band stickered and graffitied everywhere.
Yes, but it's been a
Dude.
verse. But that bar originally, which has the original floor,
photos and
the
shit
original
of the bar,
floor,
and I'm like, oh my god,
the
that
original
was the Mill?
floor and that Melody and mirror in the back, original. When there was riots through Indianapolis, the first thing they were worried about, I hope no one breaks in here and breaks my fucking mirror. That's the original.
Yeah.
It used to be a jazz bar.
Yeah, for sure. Because like when I saw the original
The
photos,
stage was
I was blown away,
The
man.
stage was by that mirror where the pool table is. Either way, it's got histories and it's blood.
Oh,
and
I
salt,
played so many games on that fucking pool table.
And the people that run it, along with everybody that goes, it is special. And I know places don't have this.
Yeah.
They should, and I wish they did. And when I was growing up in Bloomington, they did.
A lot of history though there, man.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with the documentary. I think it would be great.
Well, I'm just saying,
'Cause
somebody's
you can-
going to do it.
You can go
Somebody's going to do it.
Some young filmmaker out there
There is no
is
way.
gonna fucking.
I'm just saying, there's no way the Melody Inn ain't gonna get noticed for what they're fucking doing right now. And people come and play out of town and recognize what we have there is something different.
Well, dude, like you said earlier, you know, it's home. It's home to you.
But it's home for so many fucking people.
Yeah.
We go there every weekend to see our family.
Like $2 PBRs.
Dude,
I mean,
fuck
come on,
my
fucking tall
family.
boys, man. I mean,
Fuck my family. Other than my mother and my brother, fuck my fucking family.
Yeah.
My family is at the Melody.
For sure. For sure.
If I ever needed anything, for anything, those people, and I could do some fucked up shit. I've ran travesties up in the Melody.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't getting kicked out.
Yeah.
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 Hey, Jerrica, you were a little too much last weekend. It don't matter.
It's good though.
That's family.
Yep, absolutely, man.
That's
See, and like I know
family,
when you said you were driving here in Marion, like, dude, just crazy fucking town here. Like, we don't have a lot, but dude, the one
you
thing
have
that,
an essence here.
but like, dude, it's gritty, man. You know, it's.
Well,
I've always said a
driving
dark
into
cloud hangs over this town,
into
but
the town, it seems like you got a lot of local businesses.
a lot,
Any
yeah.
local businesses in any town, whatever, regardless whether it's hillbilly or not, local business drives a community.
For sure,
Being
dude.
Local.
For sure.
So, driving in here, local as fuck.
Yeah, oh, dude, absolutely, man. I mean, dude, like, Marion's that town where it's like, you drive through it, you know, you can drive through the town in probably 5 minutes.
Yeah.
At least down our bypass, our main road. But, dude, it's like, yeah, like you said, there's so many local businesses here, and there's good businesses, man.
Do you guys have
Like,
any venues here?
we do.
Do you?
We do. Yeah. One of the venues that we loved and cherished, Trace Paulson, I love you, brother, too sweet.
Too sweet.
That dude,
Too sweet.
that fucking dude, man, he ran a place called Beatniks for years.
Beatniks.
And dude, it was the fucking place to go, man. I mean, it was
That's
a bar and it was a venue.
Yeah.
But it had the comfiest couches and the comfiest chairs. It was just like a lounge, man.
Dude,
Cool
places
as
got
fuck.
vibes, dude.
Dude, we loved going there just to hang out throughout the week, man. Cause
Don't
see,
matter.
if you didn't have a computer and have internet, Trace had 3 computers with internet setups. You could go there and check your MySpace on your band and
this
shit.
is before
and like,
you really had access to a lot of internet.
exactly, yeah, because we didn't have a computer growing up for a long time in my house.
Dude, I remember the first
So
computer I got freshman year of high school.
Freshman
Year of high school, dude. We had a Dell computer that was big bitchin', dude.
Big motherfucker.
Big
screen
bitch.
and shit. Yeah,
and
yeah,
what we
for
had
sure.
at school was typing or Oregon Trail.
Yeah, Oregon Trail was the shit though, dude.
Love Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail, dude.
You got a disease and now
Dude.
you're dead.
You had to get your
story
oxes.
of my life.
You had to get your oxes in line and get meat and
No, your
drinks
ox
and
is-
shit, dude.
Your
Like,
ox
God,
is
if one of your
fucked up.
ox died,
Your
while
ox
you
got
were
a sprained
fucked,
ankle and
right?
he's down. Do you leave it?
You're
Or
right.
do you eat
cut
it?
him up and eat him?
Do
man.
you eat
yeah,
it?
exactly,
Yeah.
dude. Oregon Trail, dude,
Yeah.
was the shit
Yeah.
back in the day,
But you
man.
know what? Back in the day in elementary school, people had them fucking computers. Oh my god. And that's before.
The fucking floppy
that's another
disk and
thing.
shit, dude.
These
mean,
kids are so exposed to everything right now. They got it's at their fingertips.
for sure.
Trying
for
to get
sure.
porn on a school computer was a
Good
fucking
luck.
dude. Good luck.
And if you
you
could print
did, you're a kid.
And if you could print an image off,
Yeah.
you were God
You're a
in
kid,
school,
dude.
man.
But
I mean,
now, get that shit out of here.
dude,
get
you
that
just go
shit
to
out
your
of here.
phone, go to Pornhub,
Get that
YouTube,
shit out of here. No one
whatever,
wants to see that. We're above that
Yeah,
shit.
exactly,
Like, we
like-
were above that shit
Yup.
right there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Dude, it's fucked up. And I
Dude,
see it. Now, you got kids. I got kids.
Oh,
You know?
for sure, yeah.
And I see it with their generation, dude. Like, I get, I
Oh,
like
dude, my
what I
son
like.
teaches me shit, dude. My son
Oh.
gets a tablet and he's just like, he knows exactly what to do. And I'm over
You
here
know,
asking my wife, how do I do this?
You know what my son asked me the other day? He asked me some scientific goddamn question of epic fucking proportions. And I was like, I don't fucking know. I mean, scientific, like,
Yeah.
it's a science, like, well, you take me back to fucking school?
Right, yeah.
And I was just like, and he was like, I can tell you the answer. And I was like, what? And I was like, what the fuck? Did you just say what? Like,
The only thing I
they're
dominated...
so smart, dude.
Dude, the only thing I dominated in school in was English because I love music and poetry.
Yeah. English was my mecca. Grammar,
history,
knowing nouns and
I
pronouns.
fucking killed history class. I knew it was all bullshit, but I still killed history class. I had a cool ass history teacher.
Dude.
And gym, I dominated gym because I love fucking sports.
Yeah.
But math, fucking terrible, couldn't do it. Once like the letters came into it, I'm like, how the
High
fuck
school-
is B a 13
Now, I know
or some dumb
you're
shit?
84 and I'm
Yeah.
High school for me was like, there's only, Bloomington is a big place. And there's only 2 fucking high schools. There was
Okay.
North and there was South.
Mm-hmm.
And for how big that fucking community is, it probably needs to have a third, to be honest. So my high school, now I was supposed to go to North because I lived in North District, but my mother worked in South District. So we got transferred.
Okay.
South was Richie. Now there was a handful of just like North was poor school. You go North poor school. South, like their fucking high school was cream of the crop, dude.
Okay.
Because the old school one got burnt down.
So they went out of their way to make sure
well,
the new
it got
one was...
the OG got burnt down in downtown fucking Bloomington. That used to be where South was. They got burnt down. They built this mecca on the South. Like the limestone in that bitch. Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That school
went
was
all
crazy.
out.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it was. What's the premise of this fucking story? What were we talking about first?
We were basically talking about how like kids are different, how schools were different then and now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I coasted. Now I got to skip a lot because I'm one of many. I skipped all of my
me too.
shit.
I hate school.
When I got busted is when my fucking uncle died and my mom called and they finally figured out I wasn't in school.
You weren't there
for years. And you know where I was? I was in fucking Indianapolis. And this is before fucking GPS and shit. You had to print that shit out to get somewhere. We were going to see Green Day. Now this would have been American Idiot Green Day. It would have been. It would have been their first tour for American Idiot.
Okay.
That ain't me. But I like it.
Yeah.
But I know Green Day's going to play something.
They're going to play some old shit.
And you know what? If I see Billy Joe Armstrong and Mike Dirks and Trey Cole, I'm going to lose my shit regardless. So I fucking skipped, and my uncle died for that. Then I went with a bunch of friends, and one of my friends was just like, Alex Walling, you fucking bitch, I get you. He was just very sensible to heat. And you got to take him home. You can't, no, we got to take you home, bud. You got to take you home. So we skipped. I got kicked out of school for this. And when we're driving back to Bloomington from Indianapolis, I hear the guests, the mystery guests on that tour. So it's Jimmy Eat World, whatever, dig it. Green Day, mystery guest was lit.
Oh, okay. We used to cover lit.
I would have lost my shit.
Yeah.
Because again, I was.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
I was
man.
a freshman.
Liz was badass.
Liz was badass.
Still
dude.
badass, dude.
And
like,
when I looked over at him while I was driving my mom's Corsica, and I was like, "Fuck you, dude."
Yeah.
We just missed lit.
Right. Yeah.
But we got kicked out of high school. We went to thank God Bloomington has alternative schools that you can go half day. I got kicked out of that too. I dropped out, and I still lie. I still lie to this day. That don't matter. Ain't no shame in the game. But on a job application,
I graduated.
I ain't working for the government.
Hell no.
No one's searching that shit.
No.
Graduated.
I graduated.
No
one's like you said. No one's gonna search for it, man.
Unless you're government.
Shit, dude.
Unless you're government.
Exactly.
They're gonna ream in your fucking asshole.
Yep.
But if you ain't working for government, and I'm done hiring, we don't call nobody.
No, dude. Most of the time it's just a criminal background check.
Yeah.
Sure
You're criminal. Yeah.
Just make sure you ain't a thief.
Yeah.
Like the job I work for right now, they said they're doing a criminal background check, but it was literally like a thief background check. Have you stole from any other company that you work for?
Like I was telling you
you're
earlier
hired.
about our janitorial world.
Yes, love janitorial.
So I used to do the hiring and run the janitorial. But the hiring I loved because I'm gonna tell you what it's like.
Absolutely.
Are you ready for it? And I knew it, and I loved it because fuck all these HR people that never done the job.
Absolutely.
You gotta know the job to fix the job.
Yes. You can't sit there and bitch about your employees because you've never come and cleaned a toilet. You've never come and done
HR cannot prep somebody for
Absolutely.
cleaning shit unless
Absolutely.
you clean.
Absolutely.
But dude, I had so many people that like, you gotta fucking tell them. But there was a premise to this story, and again, I keep forgetting what my premise was.
But like, dude, okay, like I remember growing up when I went to high school. I remember my sisters. I have older sisters, and I have an older brother and a little brother.
How many siblings you got?
5.
You got 5?
I got 5.
Damn.
I got 5.
And you're the youngest?
My brother's the youngest.
Okay, and you're the second youngest?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I was the baby. I was the guy that was
you're
supposed
the second
to
youngest to the babe.
I was the guy that was supposed to do great things, and
what, that expectation?
Drugs and women and alcohol just didn't really mix well with my...
Usually the ones that are expected to
I just did what I did, you know what I mean? Like
the ones that are expected to do something are usually those ones that are that.
And I did, you know what I mean? Like, I was never supposed to be that fucking man.
I was raised, son. My
shit,
mom is the youngest of 10. My mom is the youngest of 10 children. So my aunts were my aunts were my first cousins, really, because my mom was so young. So her sister, her kids, we used to call them aunts and uncles because they're way older.
For sure.
Their kids are my age because my mom's the youngest. So we call them auntie, uncle, but like, they're cousins by definition.
Yeah,
but their kids are my age.
Yeah.
But like, dude, There's a premise in the story.
Going back to the
There
school,
was a premise to this story.
Going back to the school shit, man. My sisters, when they went to high school, pot wasn't a thing, man.
Oh yeah.
Me going to school, I went to school with fucking metal detectors, cause Columbine just happened.
Well, yeah, you're Columbine. So I
Fuck,
did too.
man, that
and
fucked my whole
and
high
I was
school
at the Richie
days
one.
up.
But I'm telling you, we fucking did so much drugs in their goddamn bathroom.
Oh.
Like, metal detector. No metal. I ain't got no guns, but I got drugs on me for fucking days. I remember, dude, so I went to Christian school. So I went to public school through 5th grade, or 6th grade, public school. Then 7th and 8th, I went to Martinsville at a Christian
school?
Southern Baptist, non-privatized. And this is before Martinsville was developed.
Are you a wild child at this time? Already started finding yourself? Like, you're like, fuck the system, fuck you, like...
Defining yourself as a child, it was already there.
Yeah.
It was defined.
Okay.
Now, I was raised to be seen and not heard. So I wasn't heard about it.
Yes.
But it was in my bones, okay?
Yep.
Every Christmas, I want CDs and a CD player. Everything is rolled around that.
Okay.
And so for Southern Baptist Christianity, which might as well be Pentecostal, you just don't speak in tongues. That is the only difference between Southern Baptists and Pentecostal. Southern Baptists or Pentecostal, they just don't speak in tongues.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I love
hard
music.
transition?
Hard
transition?
Well,
Public school's different.
Well,
you know what I mean? You got a mixture of everybody.
I'm from Bloomington. I'm from Bloomington. Bloomington's open-minded.
But you were raised in a Christian house, right?
Well, yes, to a certain standpoint.
Was that the reason for the Christian school?
No. Okay, so my mom is only my mom. You know what I mean? And we had a big family. She's one of 10, and all of her family is in Bloomington.
Okay.
So our family was always involved. That's why I say my aunties are my cousins. But we were raised with them. At the end of the day, they're close-knit family. Music, and not to be fucking queer gay with it. I loved heavy metal like a motherfucker, dude, and that wasn't acceptable in a Christian fucking household. So Korn, Limp Bizkit, and that was
Disturbed guys like that.
Slipknot came a little later, but that was the primo shit when I was growing up. Now Green Day got me into some shit in punk rock, but that was gateway into what was TRL.
Yeah, man, I heard that.
I was young.
Because Korn was on that. Limp Bizkit was on that.
Korn was my bitch, and we hid Marilyn Manson in the closet. Because you couldn't have Marilyn Manson in my house. No. So
Manson
underneath,
was the devil. Like,
you would open my closet. You take those clothes. There's Marilyn. But you had to hide it.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is fucking stupid.
I remember going to school wearing like an Adidas t-shirt.
No, you can
and I'd
kick
have
out.
A Maryland t-shirt in my backpack.
You can
I get
kick
to the
out.
bus stop and I throw it on. I walk into school,
No,
take the shirt off.
No, so we used to have corn and crombie when I was growing up. I was in, at this time I was in public school. We were in 5th grade. And we formed corn and crombie. And we wore shirts that said, we made them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we were little fucking bullshit kids. Corn and crombie.
Degenerates, man.
With Bloomington is rich. Bloomington's Richie. So you're destitute is you're destitute, which ain't really destitute. I've lived in Indianapolis. I know what destitute is. Okay, Bloomington don't have that, but you got poor kids in Bloomington, and with the rich, real rich.
Yeah.
And so we formed
White caps, man.
Dude, now Bloomington's a richy fucking area. There is no ghetto. There is no ghetto. You got the hill. You got the hill in Bloomington.
It's not like Indy.
It ain't the ghetto, dude. And I know from living here, I know. Or living in India, I know. But yeah, you had your poor kids and you had your preppy kids, and we had corn crombie. But that was what was hot then, you know. But yeah, I got sent to Christian school, which goddamn fuck my mother. I love you, Mom. She sent me to Christian school because my best friend was black, and because I listened to rock and roll fucking music. And she is not that way now. Okay.
My mother too.
She ain't that way now.
So much.
Yeah, she's transcended and she's a beautiful fucking individual.
Yes.
And me and my mother have always been close, but she
Same.
did the best she fucking could. She was alone.
Yes.
She was alone. So I ain't judging. And you don't judge until you have children. then you understand
Amen to
what
that.
it is to have your own life and a separate life. And my mother went through a lot of shit, dude. I ain't got no animosity with my fucking mom. She did what she felt right.
She did what she had to do,
And I
man.
understand from her past experiences, it was fun.
Because you're a mom now.
But rock and roll music was her big banger.
Mm-hmm.
And going to Christian school in Martinsville, dude, you don't wear pants there if you're a girl. It's privatized. You wear culottes or a skirt. Gym is culottes.
Okay.
Like, it was very, very strict. And then I only had 2 years there, and then I went to public school back in Bloomington.
Okay.
And Bloomington is a very open community. Like, open as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, it's very cultured. And going back, it was just like, yeah, it's just funny, dude. Like, I don't regret one fucking moment of that, because religion is essential.
For sure. For sure.
Spirit and soul, it's essential.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the way you read it, the way you interpret it, the way you do it, ask and it shall be given to you. Mm-hmm. That's the fucking universe, bitch.
For sure. Absolutely. And I love that you mentioned the universe too, because that's what I always say. When I pray, quote unquote, I just ask the universe to continue to just bless me with what they've given me. You know what I mean?
Look, we are interacting just as much as everything's interacting. We are not separate. Mm-hmm. We are not separate humans. We are part of the whole, and there is what's magic?
Dude, there's shit that we don't even know about yet.
No, we can't even comprehend.
Yeah.
No, oh my God.
Some can.
There is stop. There is more non-knowledge than there is knowledge.
Yes, I agree with that. Yes.
You know,
dude, there's so much written knowledge that we don't even fucking comprehend yet.
But like, think about the universe and all that shit and what it really is and where it really came from. We don't know shit.
We don't.
All I know is I don't know nothing, dude.
Dude, right?
All I know is I don't know nothing.
I'll buy you.
And I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
And I love
with
that you have that on your Facebook too. When I first started researching on you to bring you on the show, I love the line because I was like, that's all Bobby right there. Like, I love that.
All I know is I don't know nothing, man.
I don't know nothing, man.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know what my existence to know is to be true. But my existence 5 years from now, maybe not know that. Or it's evolved.
For sure.
And everything has its time and its place. That's why, like, don't get bent out of shape, bro. Like, this is to be experienced from an observer.
You're in a place for a reason, and you meet somebody, and you do things for a reason. You say things for a reason.
Well,
actions
but you
happen for a
can't
reason.
overthink it. You just
Exactly.
roll with it.
You are where you are, who you are. You are where you are.
Yeah.
For that time being, you know what I mean? Like that was your course in life, man. You know what I mean? Like
here now.
absolutely.
It is now.
See, and
it's
that's
not past or present or future.
Anybody that knows me knows I love Charles Manson.
Oh yeah.
And I love the fact that he's like, live in the now, man. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about yesterday.
Here's
Live
the
in the
fucked
now,
up thing
man.
about it. Like, look. At the end of the day, I am not condoning him at all. Let's first start with there. But personal happiness is personal, and it
comes with it.
Well, it does. And some of us have a personal within that's a little. We can't comprehend it.
It's different.
It's different.
People don't understand
At the end of the day.
But if you get it, that's all that matters.
I just think it was to seek for happiness. And there is nothing wrong in that. Now, what you do, now some people search happiness for the wrong ass fucking meanings, you know?
For sure. Yeah.
But that's a weird one to talk about.
Right, yeah. See, that's the thing, man.
That's a weird one to talk about.
You can open like a gateway to that, dude, where it's like.
Because I believe there is no right or wrong.
For
really
sure.
On the scene of things.
Yeah.
There is only experiences. And there is things that don't feel right to you. And there are things that feel right to you.
For sure.
But it's so personal that who are you to put this one law on it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do know there's wrong. You don't harm people. You don't kill people. Like, you
don't
do that.
Yeah.
If you kill people, we gonna kill you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's fine. But like, some of his ideologies were not to be a mistake.
And like I've always looked at like major corporations like Walmart and stuff like that, dude. Rip them off. I don't give a shit. Dude, don't rip off your buddies. Don't rip off your friends.
Killing us.
Don't rip
Amazon
off
is killing us. All those motherfucking companies are coming to get us. It's all profit.
Yeah. They don't give a shit, dude.
Give a fuck.
You rip those companies off, rip them companies off. I do it all
How
the
many
time.
people die
I don't
a
fucking
day?
care.
We're just one number in it.
But you don't rip off the people. You know what I mean? Don't rip off people, man.
It's the ideas of liberating, making you think differently. When Amazon and when all those companies, they're companies. The government is a well-organized company.
Dude, it's
all
machine.
about money.
Yeah, absolutely.
And money, look, man, I don't worry about money because money is to be recycled and used.
It's paper, man. It burns.
Yeah. And so, like, I don't ever worry about it in my life. I don't
For
got
sure.
a job.
For sure.
And I make sure I got my money, and I always do.
Your bills are paid and everything's
Because
paid. You know what I mean?
The universe reacts with that, dude. Your thoughts and all that shit reacts to it. You get opportunities, all that. Money is bullshit. But this establishment organization, fuck that. Fuck that, dude. It's all a scheme.
Oh, for sure.
Lie
For sure.
and a control.
Absolutely, dude.
Because when you got so much money, which I would think if I had so much money, I probably wouldn't be that way.
I wouldn't be that way though. I would still be living in the same house I'm living in. I'd have
I'm
a bunch more toys
I'm
because
the
I love
motherfucker.
toys.
I
Like,
got $5 in my wallet, and I see somebody at a gas station. I get
Yes.
half my pack of cigarettes
Absolutely.
and $3. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Yes.
So I know I would
Yes.
never be that way. But these motherfuckers with control, they're a sheep to begin with. Then they're more sheep, but they got power. But they ain't ever thinking of themselves and the scheme and the whole
For sure.
of what we're in.
Dude, oh, absolutely. Dude, I agree though because like the fact that you give money to people who sit on the corners like that, like my wife and I do that shit all the time because man, I don't know their stories and I've been there, I've panhandled, like I get it.
I don't want to hear it. I'll give you fucking money.
Yeah, it's like, I don't need to hear your story.
I don't hear it.
I'm just gonna look, my heart's pure.
Yeah.
Once that $5 goes from my hand to yours, what you do with that's on you.
I got this guy on the east side. I kept seeing him, this little kid, and I know he's a drug addict. I know he is, okay? But he's standing in the fast food lines with $2 trying to get a cheeseburger, trying to get somebody to buy it. I've
Right.
seen him 2 times now on my side of town. You know what I mean?
See?
And I bought him
But
food,
you give
and
him
I
food.
made him
Exactly.
keep his money.
You give him food.
And
See,
he's a
that's the
tweaker.
thing, man. Like,
But keep your money, Bo. Like, I'll get you your cheeseburgers, your fries, and a drink, and keep that goddamn money, dude. $3 ain't shit to me.
Dude,
$3.
exactly, man.
$3 is my coffee that I shouldn't fucking have, or $3 is some fucking purchase. $3 ain't shit. Money is not shit. And once people realize money ain't shit, they're freed from it.
Dude, I was just telling my wife the other day, yesterday actually, we were just sitting there and we were talking about like how life has just been so good with us. Like,
Yeah.
I'm working with a great wrestling company. I'm
Yeah.
doing their interview thing. I'm doing SWS. I'm happy for the first time in a long fucking time. Everything's great, man. Like, and that's the thing about life. Like, you have to put yourself in that position where it's like, I'm done being sad. I'm done. I'm always gonna be depressed. I'm always gonna be
Life
sad.
comes in waves.
Yes.
And we
Yes.
have to hold on. And so, like, yes, when you're younger, you're vulnerable. You don't know shit.
For sure.
Then you get a little older, and you're like, oh, fuck, this is what it's really like being an adult. Then you get in your 30s, and you're like, oh, fuck.
And then when you throw kids in it, you're
Yeah.
like, fuck, man.
Yeah,
now I
but-
gotta be a super
But
adult
it's
now.
a right progression. It's
For
not
sure.
like I wish I would have known. You didn't wish you would have
Yeah.
known.
Yeah.
Because it had to land up to right here, right now.
Yep. I've always felt
and you
that.
can't get ash on that.
I've always felt like, we're already on our own journey, and we are where we are, and we're gonna go where we fucking go, man. You know what I mean? Like,
And you have to trust in the universe sometimes. Sometimes you got to surrender control, which you can go biblical.
Yeah,
Biblical
for sure.
says surrender to God.
yeah, sure.
You surrender yourself to the universe because your energy, we don't see a lot of shit that's happening right here. You imagine the waves that are shooting around this motherfucker.
Oh, dude, I'm the type of dude, if I don't vibe with you within the first 5 minutes,
I know.
dude, I'm done.
I know, yeah.
I'm gonna be the biggest lovable jerk to you I can be. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna go out of my way to be a
Well,
fucking asshole. Like,
I'll still be me, but you know when you jog with somebody. But it's
yeah,
just,
for sure.
If our eyes can see everything we're doing, we got vibrations.
For sure.
It's like
for
a
sure,
fucking
man.
constant movement.
It's a frequency,
around.
man. It's always been
Yeah.
a frequency with people.
Yeah.
That's how you start relationships.
Well,
that's how you
but
get
people
friendships and shit.
People
Like,
don't recognize it because they can't see it.
exactly.
If you can't see it, you don't have faith.
You don't
right?
hear it. You don't see it.
Well, that's why you
feel
have.
it.
That's why you have faith.
Exactly.
That you trust is there.
Yeah.
And that's why certain things of religion are amazing. And I do not. Now, I was Southern Baptist as fuck, dude. Like, Southern Baptist. It's Pentecost. But I don't regret one moment from that, and especially when it happened to me because I was 7th and 8th grade. Vulnerable mind and establishing who the fuck you are. Religion is great, and now I believe what I believe. I believe in aliens.
Yeah, me too, man. Absolutely.
So when they talk about something come from the heavens, aliens,
gods, man.
Jesus, aliens,
Gods,
alien.
Yeah.
Okay, that's me.
Yeah, for sure.
And if I didn't have so much of that exposure, maybe I wouldn't understand the Bible. Or religion is important because there is a soul, and the soul is energy. It's not a soul.
Absolutely.
It's energy.
Absolutely.
Like people, oh, you got a soul. It's energy, bitch.
Yeah.
What's the one thing that's always constant? Is your energy. That's why
Absolutely.
I got this vagina energy tattooed on my neck.
It's like, dude, like you feel shit from people, man, and you know what you know, and you do what you do,
this
man.
This table is made of energy.
As we start winding this down, I got one more question for you. I want to go here really quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, I have two. Let's do it. Let's do a two-part question. Let's do the first one.
Okay.
Where do you want to take Ramathorn and the scene?
Okay. Where I want to take Ramathorn is where the scene's going.
Okay.
Look, there are certain things in your life, and this is a bold statement. There's something I feel in my bones. It is undeniable. So we all have self-doubt. We all have things that we question. There's something in my bones. I'm taking Ramathorn wherever the fuck it'll go.
Okay.
And I'm not ever going to turn it down. I'm going to go. The scene of Indianapolis, we've already hashed on. It's a thing. And
it's a family, like we were saying
dude,
earlier.
I'm telling you, it's different.
Yeah.
You know, it's different. That town has now a mecca of so many, not out of town,
local
fucks.
Yeah.
Local fucks. I will take Ramathorn wherever the fuck goes. I do believe that Ramathorn will be something.
Okay.
Just
what's your final? What's your destination, man? Like, what reputation do you want to leave? Not let's do a two-part question here. Let's do Ramathorn and then Jerrica Ramathorn personally.
Yeah.
What's your final stamp, man? Hey, I'm done. I'm hanging it up. It's over now. This is what I wanted.
I ain't gonna hang it up.
Boom, did I get it?
Okay. Now, I do believe certain elements of Ramathorn will have to be hung up. But I ain't stopping. I'm not stopping.
Just gonna go.
No. No
retirement in the future. Like, I'm gonna do this.
So I have a son. He's 9. I cannot leave Indianapolis. But if I did not have a son, you know where the fuck I'd be? All over.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd be a bag of money. 100%. I'd be traveling. I don't need shit.
Right.
And I love,
give me a backpack full of clothes
and
and let me go, man.
I love that liberation of on your feet. So if I didn't, and I do have a son, so that has kept me. Because you can't. When you have a son, when you have children, you can't.
You can, man. It's, yeah.
But where Ramathorn will go, I am going. I'm going. And I'm going to go.
Ride it to the wheels fall off?
I'm not saying no.
Put the wheels back on and then ride it in another 10 years?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't want to say no to any of it because I want the people of that location. I want the venue. I want the experience. I will not stop.
Okay.
Now, everybody has their own thing of denouncing when they have to stop or when they can't do it no more or whatever. All I know is, all I've ever been is music, and I'm gonna be in music.
Okay.
I can't.
So yeah, it just
even if Ramathorn doesn't go nowhere, I gotta be in music wherever it's at. I gotta be immersed. I cannot have a weekend without fucking music or a fucking week without live music.
Okay. Yeah. So like basically like for you then, like in a nutshell, it's like I'm not hanging it up.
I ain't hanging shit up.
Yeah.
But I understand with the people that I'm playing with that they have played a lot, and I have not.
Well, like we were talking earlier, you know, you're new to it. You're like, hey, I want to play all the time, man, because that's how I was too when I was young. I would just, give me every show,
I'm sure
every show. I don't care.
Every single one of them were. When
of course, everybody was.
They were full throttle.
Yeah.
But now I'm full throttle on the shows, which I have to appreciate the process of it and the wholesomeness. Like, I get it. But for me, I do not want to work a job that is a 9 to 5 answering for somebody else. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it no more. And I did do it for a long time.
For sure, with the janitorial thing,
Devoted it.
Yeah.
Like, my phone is...
Put your life into it, like...
Dude, it might as well have been my fucking company. but I didn't make the money like that.
Would have been
But
nice.
It would have been nice, but either way, I didn't do it for them. I did it for them, working in the field.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta be there for them. I won't ever do it again, but I want to see it.
After talking to you for the last couple hours here, I feel like I'm gonna go here before I give you the floor. Again, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on too, man. I get this vibe from you that maybe every so often in music or a sport or something, somebody comes along.
Yeah.
You have no plans on hanging it up. You've made that clear.
No, I won't.
Dude, you're a female rock and roller.
I know, but
you have put so many.
I think the essence of it is my mind is not ever there.
Yeah.
My mind is where it's not like that.
But the fact that you have, a 6-year-old, like you said earlier, come up to you.
9-year-old.
Love your or 9-year-old.
Oh, yeah, the 6-year-old.
Well, yeah, the 6-year-old.
Dude,
love
that
your
blew my
shit.
fucking mind.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like talking to you the last couple hours on this show. I feel like the vibe I've gotten from you is, you're a badass chick. Dude, you're going to do what the fuck you want to do, how the fuck you want to do it, and fuck you to anybody that doesn't agree.
Absolutely.
I mean, and dude, the fact that you're...
Life is personal.
For sure.
My reality
but the fact
is
that you're
personal.
taking time to put your seat, and that's how I connect with these wrestlers, because I did wrestling shit.
Yeah.
I bring musicians on this show. I connect with them, man. Like, I get that shit. Like, I totally see where you're at, man. Like, I get it. And like the way you're smiling right now, dude, like,
I know.
ear to ear, man. Like, you're a badass chick. You're in a good fucking rock and roll band, dude. You're doing your fucking thing. You're living your life. You've got kids coming up to you, females coming up to you going, man, I like your shit. Dude, congrats on that. That's badass.
I'm going to say congrats on this is what vibes us. This is
Dude,
what lives
for real.
us.
Absolutely, dude.
This
fucking
is
human
what,
beings, man.
This is what amplifies
For
us.
sure. And dude,
Because
I
we're
wish
people.
and dude, like I wish you the best on your fucking
yeah,
journey, man. I really do. I will continue to check out your band and
Yeah.
stuff, man. I promoted it and stuff. I am a fan.
Yeah.
I made it clear earlier. I love rock and roll bands that are fronted by females.
Yeah.
Bad as fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Cool as fuck.
I mean, I think it's the legacy of how I got there, which makes it even fucking better because I didn't want to. I did not
But look at
want
you.
to.
You know what I mean?
But
When
you
you got
test
kids
your
coming up
bounds.
to you, man.
You test your bounds, so like you have everything in your mind where you know you want to do something, but you can't. You can't. I can't do that. I can't do that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You can do anything you
Yes.
fucking want.
Yeah.
Anything your heart is really beating.
And you
for.
young girls, man, for real.
No,
like,
I'm
you guys
not-
need to listen to this,
It
man.
doesn't even
'cause-
matter. It's not young. It's anybody. Don't ever let yourself tell you. I didn't sound like this. Now, yes, if I was singing in early Ramathorn songs, it's not good. It happens. Things develop. Things build. Anything you know, like no doubt, there are things in your life you know, no doubt.
For sure.
No doubt. In your
For sure.
gut. In your gut. Like there's things like
Fire
second
burns,
guess.
man. And I can
There's
tell the
things-
fire burns in you.
There's things that you second guess in your life. Like,
For sure.
But there's some.
Should I say that? Should I do this? Should I?
There's,
Yeah.
there's things you know in your bones.
Mm-hmm. Well, it goes back to the universe talk, man. As we wind this down, it goes back to the universe
Well,
talk.
we're
The
all-
universe has put you where you need to
Hey,
be, man. Like,
we are so. There is no two the same. We are so individual
yeah.
that it needs to be amplified because
For sure.
there is no two the same. Now there are similar. There ain't no two the fucking.
Well, there's never going to be another Jerrica Ramathorn.
There's never gonna be a fucking. There ain't gonna be.
You're the first, man. Exactly, man. Like, you're the first, man. Make the best of your life that you can with what you
It's
got.
personal. You're the only one here.
For sure.
Your thoughts, your mind, it's here. You gotta get it here.
For sure.
And you got to. You can't do autopilot. You can't let. You gotta have.
You let
control.
autopilot kick in, man, and it's hard
Well,
to come back
you
out
like
of that,
a little
man.
bit of
Like,
autopilot because you
don't
wanna
let
be,
it take you over, though.
You want to be the observer.
For sure.
Let the thoughts flow in.
Yeah.
And observe.
But
them.
don't let the
But
autopilot take
don't-
over to a point
don't
where
zone
you
in.
exactly where you have no control.
Where you're an
anymore.
hour
Like,
fucking later thinking about that fucking shit.
Exactly, man.
It is. We are vibrational beings. And yes, like I don't think we know our thoughts are vibrational. And you can't see them. You
Yeah.
can't see them.
Yeah.
But you project that, and dude, I am very disciplined about waking up and having my routine.
For sure. Routines are important.
Now,
Routines
if I'm
are
getting
important.
drunk though,
routines are important.
we put that fucking shit out the wall. If you're getting drunk, you're rolling out of bed, you don't have no routines.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah, for sure. But
people
like you said though, man, you do want a routine though.
You do. Routine makes me disciplined to think more about myself outside of myself.
For sure.
Like, yeah. But so usually when I have my kid for a week, I don't do shit. Well, I do shit, but I don't.
But it's about you and your kid.
I don't drink. I don't get fucked up from. Oh, I smoke weed.
Yeah.
I smoke weed.
Sure.
I smoke weed. But then you got that week of no kid, and it's weird when you're a parent.
Oh, dude. When they're not there.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's a whole different world, man. Like, my son right now is with his biological mother, and I'm over here like...
Can I pee in the urinal?
You can try. It's over there behind the curtain.
I think I can. I can.
It's a bar urinal, dude.
Is it a trough?
Yeah, it's a bar trough.
Oh, I got it. Can I use the... Oh, wait. I know which one to use.
Dude, as we wind this down, though, man, dude, again, been an absolute fucking pleasure. While she does her thing, punk rock as fuck.
It's a sink. It's not a urinal.
It's a trough.
It is a sink trough.
It's a
urinal is a urinal, dog. I'm expecting a urinal.
It's a horse trough.
It's okay. I know how to.
It's a horse trough.
You know what? I did good on it.
Really quick, I know when I was promoting this episode, I brought up something from AACW.
Oh.
There was a match that, man, I cause chaos apparently wherever the fuck I go.
Did you?
Apparently.
Apparently.
I want to throw out two names, man.
Did he just buy a fucking, dude, I just watched wrestling this last
you're thinking AEW. Tony Khan just bought Ring of Honor.
Yes!
Yeah.
Was that big shit?
That was big shit.
Big shit.
Like, that's huge. He's going to keep that fucking going. Really quick, before I give Miss Jerrica the floor, I told you guys to tune in on this episode. I will give you my outcome to the match for the Eternal Excellence Championship, AACW Championship. Damien DeVille versus my good buddy Christian Cash. I'm going to go record right now. Christian, I love you, brother. I do. Ultimate submission match. I got to go Damien DeVille. So there's that, brother. I love you too, sweet Ryan. With that being said... We're going to light these cigarettes. Jerrica, it's been a pleasure, my dear. The floor is yours. Whatever you want to say, man. Whatever you want to say to whoever you want to say. Like, the floor is yours.
Let's take a shot.
Floor is yours.
Drink up. Enjoy your life.
With that being said, you want black, red, or green? That's what I got.
Green.
Green?
What?
Tradition to sign the table.
Alright.
Guys, it's been a fucking pleasure hanging out with Miss Jerrica here from Ramathorn. I will make sure that I tag bands that she said. I will get with her later on Messenger, and I will make sure I tag bands. People, I will tag you that she's mentioned. I always try to do that so you guys can check out certain things. With that being said, guys, I'm Shane. This is SWS. This is Miss Jerrica Ramathorn from the Indianapolis punk band Ramathorn.
Ramathorn!
This has been a fun fucking episode. First woman on the show. Dude, I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate this.
And that's just too sweet.
Too sweet.